Time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. Jason talks like a spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Okay, here we go. It is the Thursday KVJ Show. Good morning, everybody. What is going on here?
Good morning.
Yeah.
Friday Eve.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Yes, it is.
It's the weekend. Let's just go ahead and claim the weekend right now.
Let's do it. Anything big going on this weekend for you guys? Putting the plans together yet?
Yeah, I got some stuff kind of coming together.
You do? Okay.
Yeah, I'm helping out with a charity event.
Okay.
They're doing that crossing for a cure. Have you seen that?
Yeah, know
They're
about it.
They're insane. They go from the Bahamas to Florida on a paddleboard.
Right.
And so they're coming ashore on Sunday.
Okay.
And I'm helping out with that.
Good for them. That's a great little event. I always love that, and they're great people behind it.
They are. They're super
Yeah.
sweet. I always like to help them.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy. I hope that the weather's okay. I saw that about a 50% chance of rain on Saturday and Sunday. Looks like it might get a little stormy.
Okay, that's
the
all right.
weekend.
You can still turn that into something awesome.
Yeah, it's not great, though, if you're in the ocean on a paddleboard, I would think. But I've never been there, and I probably never will be.
You'll never see me on the ocean in a paddleboard.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you on Sunday how it went.
Okay.
That sounds pretty horrifying. You're on a paddleboard and you get caught in a storm.
Well, they do have boats with them. So,
Okay.
like, you're on a paddleboard, but there's, like, boats all around you, making sure that, like, you know, if you fall off, they can help or something.
But that's at a sanctioned event. I'm sure there's people
Yeah.
that go on paddleboards
Oh.
and they get caught in storms.
Oh, yeah.
There
no
are
doubt.
insane exercise people that go out on a paddleboard in the ocean. I've seen it. I saw Jimmy Buffett doing that one time.
He just rode into the storm?
Well, he wasn't on a storm, but he was just out there in the ocean by himself on a
okay.
paddleboard.
Oh, okay.
What a surreal moment that would
Yeah.
be. There's a storm and here comes Jimmy Buffett. He's singing margaritas.
Somebody pointed him out. They're like, that's Jimmy Buffett. I was like, no way.
Yeah, he's always out there paddleboarding. That's his big thing. So, yeah, not me though. If they were out there, and if I were on a paddleboard in the middle of the ocean, if I saw one dark cloud, I'd be like, all right, yeah, I need on the boat.
We're
Come on.
done.
Yeah, we're done. Packing it in.
That's why you'll see me. I'll be on the beach interviewing them when they come ashore. Hey, how was it?
It's my speed as well. Oh, there you go. All right, well, we got the full day planned for you here on the KVJ Show. I'm going to start right off and give you that keyword you need to pump up your summer. It's DAYS, D-A-Y-S. Enter it into the WRMF app to try to pick up $2,000 cash and a 4-day, 3-night stay at the Caribe Royale Orlando. You'll have another keyword after 10 a.m. this morning, but the first one you need is DAYS.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about today, Jay Bird?
Well, Kev, today is a Let It Go Day.
Yeah.
Got something that's bothering you? Perhaps it's been weighing you down. You're upset about it. Today's the day to let it go, they say.
Yeah.
June 23rd.
Good.
They're claiming it's the day. It never changes. It's always that holiday. The 23rd is Let It Go Day.
It's good. It should be that way for everything, really.
Well, it's kind of funny this came up. I didn't know this was a holiday. Someone asked me a little bit ago, and I don't know if I gave them the right advice. They go, I want to let go of something, but I don't know how to. And it was more of some heartache and some pain from a breakup. And they go, I want to let it go.
Yeah.
I don't know how to. Do you have advice on somebody that wants to let something go and they can't? What does a Ralston do?
It's probably easier said than done. But for me, I think it's negative emotions and vibes, and I don't want that in my body and my system, and so I let it go. I am big on forgiving. It doesn't necessarily mean forgetting and continually being a doormat, and there's two different things there. So for me, I'm always about forgiving, letting it go, but understanding who a person is and realizing I might need to change and set up some boundaries.
And that was the issue the person talking to me about. They said, everyone always says, just let it go. And it's so easy, like you're saying, it's easier said than done. But how do you apply letting something go? Are there steps to it? Someone who can't let things go. Virginia, are you holding on to something you should let go? Rob Schneider?
I'll never let that go.
I don't think you should.
But I think some stuff, by me not letting some stuff go, like, you know, if somebody does me wrong, that's it. I'm pissed at them for life. For me, it's like self-protection. I'm not going to let that MFer back around because I'm not going to give them a chance to do me wrong twice.
But if someone genuinely apologized to you, you're not so cold to not forgive them. If someone was speaking from the heart and they were saying they were sorry, if they did you wrong, you'd be able to let it go, no?
In most cases. I don't know about Rob Schneider, but I mean, I would have to take them on a case-by-case basis. What did they do?
When I stopped playing baseball, it was a big heartbreak for me. I loved baseball so much, and I had a tough time in the beginning letting it go, and then I was kind of going back thinking, what did I do to let go of that, whatever that was, the sadness, or because you missed it. I got brutally honest with myself, which is not easy to do because I wasn't good enough to go to the next level. I just knew it. And then I got into something that I loved equally. And I think finding something
alcohol.
I would say alcohol found me.
And I'm not letting it go.
That I'm not letting go. Although I probably should.
I need you, baby.
But I think a lot of times when you're clanked up with something, if you can, try to get involved in a project you love and that you're passionate about. I'm not saying it's a fix-all, but it could help out a little bit.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I like hearing what y'all do though for your mental health. Kevin, I like yours. Virginia, you have a lot of work to do.
Virginia, what do you got on your mind today?
Well, I wanted to remind everybody, too, this weekend is the Stonewall Ball. Compass is moving it from their normal location, which is the Harriet Himmel Theater. They're actually going over to that Cox Science Center, formerly the South Florida Science Museum. They have done so much to that. Cox Science Center is what they call it now, COX.
All right.
The company that fired us in Miami. But I will say this, much as I hold a grudge about the firing, I do think they did a beautiful job at the South Florida Science Museum. It is gorgeous.
Kevin, sounds like someone's letting some stuff go.
That's good. Okay. Look at this. She's already...
I just want to reiterate that I do hold a judge.
I feel like if you do start letting go, you lose your witch power. So maybe hold on to that anger. By the way, that science museum, grew up at that place, love that place.
If you haven't been there in the past couple of years, I don't know what they did over COVID. They took the time during COVID to make that thing amazing. They put so much money into it. I think that Cox family, they're super wealthy.
Yeah.
And they put a ton of money into revamping that place inside and out. It is so gorgeous. I'm telling you, I had Rocco in there. He was losing his mind.
Well, it was amazing back in the day. When I went to Lake Park Elementary as a kid, they would get us all ginned up about this Astronaut ice cream they had at the museum. And that's all a kid could think about for a week.
They still have that. And they also have added like a whole aquarium kind of feature. And they focus on teaching you about like Florida wetlands and stuff. And they've totally recreated the habitat. It is really badass.
They got them DBs?
Douchebags?
Dinosaur bones.
They do have dinosaurs.
People are like, hey, man, just because I love science.
No, you do. If you go, you are going to see some parents that are douchebags. That happens at every kid thing.
Every event
you go to. If there's kids and parents, there's going to be a parental douchebag in the crowd.
I think the numbers work out to between 15 and 20%.
You actually, if you and Rocco went to the Science Museum, I would have trouble dragging both of you out of there because y'all would have so much fun, Jay Berg.
I went on a date about maybe 2.5 years ago.
What a great date.
Did they revamp it?
Yes.
From 2.5 years ago?
Yes.
Because it was awesome then.
It is so revamped from 2.5 years ago. They've added all kinds of new stuff.
It's a good date place.
Absolutely.
And then the zoo's right there, too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The park. Frisbee golf. Mm-hmm. So much.
Somebody texted in here and said, what happened with Virginia and Rob Schneider?
What?
Oh,
We
yeah.
got a newbie here.
Yeah, somebody newer to the show. I'll have to get that posted up.
All you need to know is Rob Schneider's a jerk off.
I'll put it back on our Instagram and accidentally tag Rob Schneider in it, which I wasn't trying to be a jerk.
I can't tag him anymore. He blocked me.
Well, for all the people who didn't see it the first time 12 years ago, they go, what is this? They thought it was new, and they start going in on Rob Schneider. This was last year.
Yeah. This is a long time ago.
He's like, what is happening?
Every year he hates us.
He's always in West Palm, though.
I know. And people go to his show, and I've heard people like that have met with him afterwards and brought us up, and it turns real cold.
Poor guy. Can't get away
real
from it.
quick.
I mean, at this point,
Forever.
let it go.
Yeah.
Never.
What I got on my mind here today, one, I want to say, Virginia, that wine you got me for my birthday is really good.
Which one?
It is the California Traditions. That's the name of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Cabernet.
Yeah, it was the Cabernet. And we were drinking
California Cab.
it. Yeah. In fact, my wife and I were drinking it last night, and I was like, you know what? This wine is really good.
Good.
And I know
dry?
because we drink a lot of wine that's not good.
Is it a dry or is it a wet wine?
It's a Cabernet.
Okay, so-
Probably a little bit more dry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kevin don't like them sugars.
Yeah.
Is that a wetter wine? If it's wet, is it sugar?
They're all wet, babe.
Well, terminology.
Dry, it doesn't mean the opposite is wet. Dry means not sweet. So the opposite of dry would be sweet, not wet.
You wine people.
Yeah.
Kevin is a low sugar man.
Did
Yeah.
you drink the whole bottle?
We go through it. Yeah, we knock it in half. Yeah, that's what we do.
Good for you.
Queen will take half. I'll take half.
And you feel that?
Yeah, I mean, I feel calm and I smile. So yeah, it's great.
Did you get into that Snoop Dogg wine I gave
Haven't
you?
been there yet.
Okay.
No, I got a lot of work to do.
It's more of a novelty.
Yeah, you guys have set me up with a lot to do.
We
so.
did. We bought you a
Yeah.
lot of booze because we knew that would make your heart happy.
If I'd have gone through it, I'd be feeling really bad today.
If you drank that whole bottle by yourself, are you really buzzed? Are you turned? Or are you blacked out?
Not blacked out, but I'm getting there. Yeah, a bottle of wine. I'm a lightweight anymore, so that's all I need. Half a bottle of wine and I'm good.
Okay, so a full bottle is a drunk Kevin.
Full bottle would be, yeah. I'm getting into dangerous territory. Okay. Yeah. Knock down a full bottle. Look out. Yeah.
I still have another bottle of that. I'll bring it in if you ever want to ride it on the podcast.
Okay.
I mean, there ain't no laws on the podcast.
When you
Yeah.
buy a case of wine from ABC, they're not paying me for this.
Okay.
You get 10% off.
Oh.
So if you buy a case, 10% off, that makes a big difference in your price if you drink a lot of wine.
Do I need to bring a jug of wine tomorrow for work?
Sure.
Well, for you, podcast.
I enjoy wine.
Do you trust me picking out a wine for you?
Yeah, I think you'd be all right because I'm not very picky. We typically go, my wife and I. In fact, it's almost kind of like a challenge sometimes. We get about the cheapest bottle you can
Me
get.
too. I don't like spending a lot because I
Yeah.
feel like I don't really like. I don't know the difference between this
Right.
one's 20 and this one's 150. Like, I don't think I would be able to tell that big of a difference.
We're the same way, but it was just last night as I took a drink, I was like, wait a minute, this doesn't taste like our usual crappy wine. I'm like, this is
was
kind of good.
good.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. So it was,
It ain't that expensive.
but it was that'll let you know how bad the wine is I get.
Okay, so you would trust me to get
Because the
some
cheap wine you got, it was much better than the cheap wine I get.
Just don't get barefoot. You'll be okay.
Okay, it was good enough.
Mike says in the chat room, wine gets the job done quicker. Does it get to you?
Yeah, because it's a higher percentage of alcohol. The bottle that Virginia got, it's 13% by volume. So, a strong beer is 7
6,
to 8.
7, yeah, 8.
Yeah. So to
Double.
have 13, yeah, I mean it's a butt kicker. That's why if you need more than a half a bottle, then
You have problems.
maybe. That's why you're just really trying to forget something.
Don't worry, Pumpkin. No one's counting your bottles.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah.
That's the advantage of living in your own house.
It is.
With no
Right.
spouse counting your
I know we
bottles.
count drinks.
The advantage and the disadvantage. I got nobody keeping tabs.
Right. I know.
It's like a wild rodeo.
Yeah, I'd be in trouble if I lived alone. One thing I got on my mind here too is if you do have a little too much wine and the next day you're feeling a little off, you know what you should do? Drink some pickle juice. Oh. They say that pickle juice is one of the best things you can do for a hangover. Has to do with, I guess, just all the sodium that might be in the pickle juice. It does a lot of good things, actually, for you. In fact, there's a couple things you can do. It's great after a workout, they say. Great for a hangover. It will help with muscle cramps. It'll regulate your blood sugar, and it can even help you lose weight. They think it might have something to do with the vinegar that is in the pickle juice.
And pickles, too, in general, they're not a lot of calories.
No.
But you can get down on them. And I love me a pickle.
That's one of my biggest, Keto Kev loves him a dill pickle. So that's one of my big snack foods is going after pickles.
They've really upped the pickle game, too. You can get some gourmet, next level, fantastic pickle parties.
Kind of like your wine. I did what Kevin did. I went from low budget pickle to living in the penthouse of the pickles, and oh, what a difference, Kevin.
Yeah,
yeah.
if you go to like
Good
one of
pickle.
those specialty markets,
Yeah.
they really do, especially if they have like, small batch, hand canned pickles or whatever.
They're flavored.
Yeah.
They're garlic flavored. Oh, just
I
don't
get
make
down.
out. Pickles and garlic it's not good make out food.
But it tastes so good.
It tastes good.
Both of you eat it, you're good.
I agree.
Yeah, so there you go. Well, coming up here in just a couple of minutes, talking about pickles. I don't know what you think. If you're watching your partner eat it, are you actually turned on or are you turned off? Guess it depends.
I dare you to eat them in the gym while you're working out. You said it's good after a workout.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Eat them at the gym and don't break eye contact with the guy on
The
the
entire
bench
time.
press.
Oh, we did that bit a long time ago when we didn't break eye contact as we're eating something quite phallic. And
Bananas.
yeah, we should do that again because that was so long ago. We've all changed in face and we have Denny's and Suits, and I want to see Suits lock eyes.
And Kevin's back in the gym.
I know.
Yeah.
Let's bring
Kevin.
it.
Could work out.
Shaping up nice.
Yeah, could work out. Well, I was giving you some hints on the power of pickle juice. What can it do for hangovers, recovery from a workout, also even losing weight. Got apparently a lot of benefits. Now, I don't know if you just buy pickle juice. You just always are buying pickles and eating them and then drinking the juice, but
Did you say losing weight?
yeah.
I'm
That's what they're
always on that
saying.
quest.
Yeah.
You could do pickle juice or the pasta diet.
If I did the pasta diet, I would be so sluggish. I would come in here with the energy of a sloth.
That's the top story in the
Hair's just coming up in your dirt. I need a nap.
Well, I'm not sure how many people feel about pickles. If you saw your partner eating it, would it be sexy or a turnoff? I think a lot of foods can either be one or the other, and there are categories for both.
Oh, man, I dated somebody back in the day that did a Virginia. She was always getting down on deviled eggs and egg salad.
Oh, that's
and it just
yeah.
would turn me off so bad.
I made me some hard-boiled eggs last night.
The fartiest of foods.
Yeah.
Oh, they're in the fridge. They're just waiting for me when I get home today. I'm so excited.
Yeah, Virginia, you're grosser than the girl I dated because you really make love to that deviled egg.
She gets in on
and
it.
then she'll do things like the sounds of ecstasy from the deviled egg. It's so gross.
I love it. I just love it so much.
Smacking them lips.
So loud. Imagine that Virginia's loud, but yeah, it's loud.
I get like the yellow stuff like on my sides of my mouth. I don't wipe it.
And a hot dog's another gross one. I saw her eat a hot dog in public drunk, and it was one of the most horrifying things I've ever seen in my life.
I'm glad that's ingrained in your memory.
That'll never go. I'll never let that go.
How about when she does crawfish? What is the grossest thing she eats?
Winner, crawfish dinner. There it is. Yeah, because she slurps and she sucks.
Yeah.
There's a lot to it. I mean, I'm literally slurping the brains.
You're right. That's the one. It's the worst.
It's
Okay.
way worse than a hot dog.
Boy, I tell you, people really went off on this topic. We said, what food does your significant other eat that is a total turnoff? And man, there was like 400 comments. People leaving stuff. So I think everybody has something. Gina said, for me, it's the way a chicken wing comes out of his mouth. It's totally clean, and the noise he's making while he does it. It's like,
We need to make a Virginia list because that's on her list as
Yeah, I don't eat chicken wings quiet either.
well. She sucks the bone dry.
I don't leave any meat.
The thing, my wife,
so gross.
well, it's not even meat. My wife eats the cartilage. It's so gnarly. I'm like, what are you doing? Because you hear it crunching and cracking. I'm like, you're not supposed to eat the cartilage. And she gets on me. She's like, you got too much on your bone. I'm like, all that's left on my bone is cartilage. I've eaten all the meat. She's like, no, she takes it all. Same thing with Gina. I'm just like, ugh.
We should make a video. Me and your wife, Kim. Let's have a video that we make together eating chicken wings.
I don't think I can watch it.
It's tough. It's tough to
Just
watch.
the sound alone, it makes me want to just jump in the water, and it's rough.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, we'll do it by a lake because I want to see him jump in the water.
Here are some of the other foods that people were saying is a total turnoff when they see their partner eating it. Samantha said bologna. I can't. It's like a sad, flat, cold hot dog.
It's pretty gnarly.
That's a Buffalo thing. Panda, all of his family, they do these fried bologna sandwiches, and it's like basically a grilled cheese with bologna in it.
Yeah.
I tasted it when I was in Buffalo. Mm-hmm. I wanted to hate on it, but it actually was kind of good.
You know, bologna I think bologna tastes good. It gives horrific burps. It gives you kind of it makes you gassy. Bologna's gross, but I know what you mean. If you cook it the right way.
If you cook it, if you make it hot seared bologna, it does make it a little better.
I played ball with a guy who would eat bologna and then do burps and then blow the burps on you, and it's a ruin. Like bologna's ruined. Again, can't let that go. It's in the memory.
Meg said my significant other is eating chopped up raw onions by the handfuls. Oh, such a turnoff. Ariel said oxtails.
Oh yeah, those are on cooking shows a lot.
Yeah, I've never prepared oxtail. Is it like a slow braised meat?
I don't know what it is. I think it's just a lot of, questionable parts from the cow. Because Nicola said beef tongue. Yeah, some people are big on that. The tripe or some of those kind of other things that you'll see in like a menudo.
Is menudo cow tongue or is that cow brain?
It's tripe.
Yeah.
It's the inside of the stomach.
It's basically like, yeah.
And my mom fed it to us, and then she also fed us tongue when we were little. It's a Mexican thing, and she didn't tell us. She told us it was chicken. We ate it up. And then when we were older, 12 or 13, she's like, oh, yeah, you've had tongue. You've had tripe. I'm like, what?
If she told you, you would have revolted as a kid.
You're right.
You probably liked it, too. Didn't know.
Yeah.
This is why I need to learn to lie to my kids more.
Yeah. Kimmy said the food her significant other eats that's a total turn off is iguana.
Oh, yeah,
Some
man.
people love that chicken at the tree.
Ugh.
Yeah.
They love it or they just do it because it's a novelty? Is there someone right now that's so pumped to have an iguana sandwich later for lunch today?
I guess it's all about the sauce, bruh.
Yeah, I think there's it's one of those meats. Here's the rationale. I grew up around them country boys that loved it. If you harvest something off of the land, there's a certain pride about it. So I think you, in your mind, have it taste better than what it really is. Okay. And then also there's the challenge to try to make it good. So they do all kinds of different ways to cook it and season it to almost make themselves think. So the double whammy of harvesting it yourself and then trying to make it taste good in their mind. They're like, this is great. And it's not.
There's someone right now driving going, you bet your ass, Jay Bird, I'm looking forward to my iguana sandwich.
Squirrel, rabbit, all these different meats that farm boys were always throwing at me. They're like, it's good, Kevin. I'm like, it's not good.
That makes sense. You're really taking the time to put those seasonings on there.
Yeah, it's free meat off the land, and there's just some kind of pride about that. Oysters. I think that has to do with, one, they're a slimy thing out of the sea, the smell, and the slurping and sucking that goes along with it.
Gives you aquatic breath, ocean breath. It's
Have you ever watched me eat oysters?
We just put together Virginia's grossest eating video of all time.
Then I have to watch it.
Yeah.
What is
That'd
this?
be your punishment.
What is this sick game of Saw
I
you're
can't wait.
playing?
I'm going to invite the queen, and she and I are going to get down.
That would be a punishment.
And video it.
A punishment would be if you locked me down on a chair and just had Virginia slurp and suck crawfish for an hour.
You can sit in the middle. I'll be on your left. Kim will be on your right, and we'll both just get down on the slurpiest food.
The queen wouldn't go evil like you. You would be Jigsaw from Saw. You just be
Virginia would.
Yeah, Virginia would be.
But the sound of crunching chicken cartilage is one of those things that just it's like nails down a chalkboard. it's so unnerving. So unnerving. A couple other big comments. The food your significant other eats, it's a total turnoff. Vanya said liverwurst.
Yeah, pretty awful.
Michelle said head cheese.
Yeah.
What is head cheese?
That's like basically like in the liverwurst, pate family. It's like you get it at the deli.
You know what's gross about the liverwurst is the package. It comes in that long tube of plastic, and then it like squirts out. My mom and aunt always got down on liverwurst.
It looks like squirty bologna.
It is. It's squirty bologna.
Yeah.
If they put bologna in like a toothpaste form, that's liverwurst.
That plastic tube is so gnarly.
Some of that stuff is really fancy. If you call it pate, then people will pay a lot of money for it.
Oreos with spray can cheese. Got a shout out from Mandy. Also, we got corned beef in a can, pickled herring, beef chili. I think beef chili, just watching them eat it because you know what's coming up, is just kind of what's such a turn off. Just like, ugh.
There's no way this is going to be easy, peaceful
In
night.
30 minutes, you know they're going to be firing them off, and you just got to sit there and watch it. It's such a turn off. And then Jack said sour cream and onion chips.
Really?
Those are good, but they're not good for snuggling after. Let's eat a bag of sour cream chips and snuggle.
I think that's why it's a turn off, both the beef chili and the sour cream and onion chips. It's not necessarily watching them eat it. It's just knowing what it's doing to their system and how they're going to smell in 30 minutes. So I kind of get all that. So if you want to add a comment, what food does your significant other eat that is a total turn off? Jump over to the KVJ Show Facebook page. Got a lot of thoughts on Virginia's conversation about her son Rocco and his newfound anxiety. Apparently when he goes out a lot now, he doesn't want to be away from his mom and his dad. And you're just trying to figure out, okay, what is the cause of this new anxiety that he has about going out and doing things that didn't seem to bother him before?
Panda and I had a talk about it yesterday, and Panda brought up something that I'd forgot had happened.
Okay.
So we all went over to Harborside, not too far from our house, and we were going to go over there. We went over there to go eat at the Calaveras Cantina. It was Taco Tuesday.
Oh, yay. Okay.
And so we had parked in the garage, and when we were leaving, I was in my car and Panda and Rocco were in Panda's truck. I got out just fine, but I guess they had some kind of issue with their parking ticket and the arm wouldn't go up, and I think Panda started to panic a little bit and they didn't know how they were going to get out, and Panda was like yelling to me from his car, I don't know how we're going to get out. It ate the ticket. We can't get out now. Like it was like
It was a thing.
It was a thing. And I think Rocco really started to panic. We're going to be stuck in here. We're going to be stuck in here. And Panda thinks that may have had something to do with it.
Okay.
Did you guys see stuff happen? Does that match the timeline?
Kind of.
When did this happen?
Like a month ago, month and a half.
All right. And that's about how long
That's
you've
about how
noticed
long
anxiety?
he's been having problems about being left behind or stuck in a place or alone or not able to get out.
Okay. Yeah, there are a lot of people talking about how their kids have had some sort of anxiety as well, maybe what has possibly triggered it. Andrea said that my son struggles with it. He's 13. We battled since he was about 7 or 8. School's a major trigger for him. So's the news. We turned it off in our house. And my husband and I are trying to be aware of when we watch it and when we talk about it and the events that are happening. And that has seemed to have helped.
Yeah, I mean, news messes up adults. So
Amen.
kids definitely.
Yeah, so that could be something. Michelle had said that maybe you got a glimpse of kids talking about the Uvalde school shooting.
I thought about
mentioned
that
that
too.
yesterday.
That's highly possible.
Okay. And he might be thinking that could happen to him. I'm sure there are a lot of kids that are seeing that, just catching a glimpse of it anywhere. And I'm sure that there are a lot of people that are dealing with that. And a lot of people, and she even talked about definitely a therapist would help him through this. So we got a lot about that. And look, a child therapist has got to be very busy these days.
Very. Oh my gosh. With everybody's headspace post-pandemic or still in pandemic. I don't know where we are exactly.
I just think there's so much of it that is there and in your face constantly about the bad things that are happening. And the school shootings has been something. I mean, we've got one that's all over the news here, from South Florida that happens. And that makes it more real for a lot of kids here. So, that's something where these school counselors and, people who have kids, I'm sure this is something you're all having to deal with, to talk to your kids. And maybe they're not showing it, but I'm sure a lot of kids have some kind of anxiety because of all that. And Taylor had said, I'm a content developer and my PR firm represents a security company. We use real-life footage of thwarted crimes to promote the importance of investing in cameras, alarm systems, and associated technology. And I know Rocco is invested in similar technology, so maybe he's seen real-life footage as products promotion on YouTube. Some of it is frightening. Armed robberies, attempted burglaries. Now, while the outcomes are good, a child might not grasp the video positioning and takeaway message of a sales promotion. Maybe him watching those and being so interested in all the cameras that you're seeing, he's seeing the promo videos for it.
And sometimes you don't know when they're going to run weird commercials. I remember being a kid watching, like Boy Meets World and stuff after school, and then they'd throw in a Crime Stoppers. Have you seen this man? It's a horrifying story that they wanted to get out, but it's in kids' content.
Yeah, I mean, any of that could have come his way. He loves YouTube, and I'm trying to always keep an ear and hear what he's watching.
Yeah.
But it's tricky, Sometimes I'm doing laundry or dishes or cooking dinner, and I can't, watch every second of what he's watching.
Oh, well, the parking lot sound, I mean, that I'd explore that.
When you think about the mind of a kid, and I never really had anxiety as a child, but I do remember something that scared me. My parents would listen to Barry Manilow when I was a kid.
That's horrifying.
Watch your mouth. I love Barry here.
I'm just kidding.
He has a song called the Copacabana, and they were playing that song. And the Copacabana, somebody brings out a gun, chairs are broken too. And
Who shot who?
Who shot who? And hearing those lyrics of somebody getting shot, I remember thinking somebody was outside my windows, and I remember it was pitch black. There was the kitchen window, and I saw it. I'm on the ground crawling because I'm thinking maybe the person from the Copacabana song is outside my window.
Aww.
Why? What? I mean, but that's just the kind of things you don't think about. Who would ever think that Barry Manilow could get a kid triggered?
Right.
But it did for me. It struck a little bit of fear in me, and I'm crawling on the floors at night times when my parents are listening to Copacabana because of that.
You never know what's going to make somebody afraid or nervous. It is odd.
Yeah.
Especially as a little kid.
No doubt. Yeah. So it just, who knows what kind of things we're doing to screw up our kids, but it doesn't take a lot.
No, it does.
One text said, I'm a single dad, and when my kid shows anxiety, I start the conversation with them talking about my own fears. It helps them know that fear is normal, and it opens up a little bit to talk about their own fears. Okay. That's his strategy. Okay. I don't know if that would traumatize your kid more.
Let's give you more things to be scared of.
I would just be careful what kind of fears you're telling your kid.
Yeah, maybe just go with fears natural. Let's talk about it. You know what really scares me, kid?
Car accident.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Have you seen the numbers on these?
Yeah.
I mean, food from the grocery. People are just eating it and dropping dead.
I'm afraid of choking when I'm eating. I want to tell you.
Salmonella could take you out.
I want to tell you about that to help you.
It just goes to show you, man, it's tough. And us as parents, we're trying to help, and we're actually freaking our kids out more. Son, you want to know what really to be afraid of? Sit down. Let me talk to you for a bit. Yeah, so there you go. Okay, knowing us like you do, who would you say on the KVJ show is the most likely to fart in a work meeting?
Virginia.
Oh, get out of here.
It's Virginia.
Loudly?
It's Virginia.
It's Virginia, and then she blames it on me or Suits.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would do everything in my power. And I do have pretty good butt control. Not as good as Kevin Ralston, but I would do everything I could not to fart in a meeting.
I have the best butt control on this team.
Prove it.
I think I have. I think my numbers speak. Yours do not.
You're just not a farter. That doesn't mean you have butt control. That means that you don't fart.
And I also have great butt control. So now I sound like I'm bragging. I don't want to do that.
You are, yes.
Yeah, I don't want to come off arrogant.
Butt privilege.
Yeah.
Kevin's got great butt control too. You're right.
Okay, so you're thinking it's Virginia.
Who do you think?
Well, I think it could be Virginia. I think she's the most likely, but it's not about noise. It's about you just be like, all right, there's something a little sour in here.
It's Virginia.
Yeah.
It's definitely.
I don't know. I think the Suits, the young one, the youngest person has the least knowledge of their butt. And so probably would have the worst time with butt control.
I mean, if this is what you're going with, you're on the stand right now, and you are falling apart.
He's got a baby bung.
No, you are.
I've got a seasoned
objection. Objection, Your Honor. I'm sorry, but this is all hearsay.
It's definitely Suits.
Yeah, I don't. I'm with you, Bird.
We can never let Virginia on the stand. If we have to ever get in a situation where she's got to go into court to speak, we can't let her go.
You're all going down.
I know we are.
Okay, what do you think about this? Who on the KVJ show is most likely to get visibly mad during a game night with friends and company? Who do you think that would be? It could be me, possibly. I'm very competitive. Sometimes it gets away from me.
It could be me, too, man. Video games bring out a horrible person in me.
Okay.
It's almost not fun at times.
Okay. Yeah, maybe myself or Bird, probably.
Denny's is way too peaceful. Although, you got to watch old hothead Suits over there every now and then. I could see him flipping over a Monopoly game if it doesn't go his way.
Who on the KVJ show is most likely to become a motivational speaker? Who do you think that would be?
Probably Kevin.
I think me or Bird.
Yeah.
Probably, or even Dennys. You never know.
Denny's would be good at it. I don't know if he would like doing it. Me and you would like doing it.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. Career move after.
We could tag team
Kevin
that
the
thing.
Bird motivational speech.
That actually would be amazing.
We'll bring you along too, Virginia.
I don't want to go.
Sounds
boring.
She would cut us down. Move on.
Well, she's the negative speaker, and then we come back and do the motivational speech.
Here's all the things wrong.
She's the demotivational speaker.
Yes.
Do you have big goals and ambitions? Well, listen to Virginia.
Here's why you won't be able to achieve your dreams.
Who on the KVJ show is most likely to fake their own death? Who could that be?
I could see Jay Bird trying to do that.
It would be me.
He's trying to run away for some girl.
I just,
yeah.
I don't have any time. I'm not married. I don't have I'm not with anybody. I could do it. Yeah, I could do it.
Okay.
I think it's me.
Yeah, when changing your number's not enough.
Yes.
Who on the KVJ show would get the most emotional in a stressful situation? What do you think? The most emotional in a stressful situation.
Jay Bird.
Virginia.
Whatever.
It's both of us.
I'm cool, calm, and collected.
You are out of your mind. I haven't been in any fights with any bosses in the last 6 months.
When I fight for you too. You better just know that.
Blood in, blood out. I get it. I know.
I'm fighting for money, and last time I checked, you got a paycheck too.
She's getting emotional, and Exhibit A, Your Honor. I'm proving my point.
Here it comes.
I'm saying both of us, dog. We're emotional cats. Look, it's all right. It's okay. We're not boring. We're emotional. Got a little seasoning to us.
And who on the KVJ show is most likely to get too drunk while pre-gaming? They go out too early. Is that going to be Virginia?
Look, all I have to say is Bigfoot's wedding.
I was so excited.
My girl didn't even make it to the nighttime. They put your ass down when the sun was still out.
I know. I blame shots. I was trying to impress somebody, and I was like, look how cool I can do shots too.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
I can't do shots.
So Virginia's a hands down winner on that.
She wins that one.
Yeah, okay.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, if you were on Instagram yesterday, I'm sure you noticed Britney Spears is back. Look. And she's got a new house and a new pool with a water slide. Oh, my gosh.
Okay.
She says right around the time that she was getting married, she was planning the move. And she had talked about moving out of her house like a few months ago. So I'm happy she did this. New house, new memories, new vibe. She loves her backyard. And that water slide really does look cool that she's got.
You know I love a water slide.
That thing looks badass. Yes. So good for her. New beginnings on her Instagram. Ghislaine Maxwell got convicted of sex trafficking. Prosecutors are asking the judge for at least 30 years in prison.
Okay.
Her attorney is asking for 5 years in prison.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
kind of a little gap. I don't know where the judge is going to land on that one, but it'll be interesting to see. Does she get closer to 5 or closer to 30?
I'm going. I think it's going to be a pretty solid sentence. That'd be my thought.
It should be.
Feels like it
right?
should be.
Objection. I agree with Kevin.
Okay.
And finally here, Ed Sheeran just won his lawsuit. Remember those co-writers that he had been locked in a legal battle with over that song Shape of You?
Yes.
They said that he ripped off their track, Oh Why. And I guess a judge looked at all of it and decided that, no, Ed Sheeran actually did not rip it from them, and they're going to have to pay their own legal costs and give Ed $1 million.
So he only stole from TLC then for that song.
I don't know.
Well, he did. I think he lost that case, the TLC case.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
I think it was one SWV.
It was. I thought it was TLC.
He had
is
one where he ripped off the, or I think he
No
named
Scrubs. It's
SWV. Oh, okay.
the Shape of You sounds like No Scrubs, and I
Okay.
believe he had to pay money for that.
well, then he had to pay money to Candy Burris because she wrote No Scrubs.
I don't want to get into logistics
She
of
the
it,
one who was in
Virginia.
SWV?
No, she was in a different girl group, but she's also on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She made a lot of money doing song. She's a songwriter.
Okay.
What's the name of her band? Candy Burris is her name.
Okay.
And she is super wealthy. I think she might be one of the Escape was her female group that she was
I
right.
in.
remember Escape.
Not
Yeah,
SWV.
maybe that's what I was thinking
she
about.
was in Escape.
Right.
But SWV, they got a couple cuts I love that I still rock out to.
Still good.
Oh my gosh.
We know, girl. We
Yeah.
know you strut around in your underwear when you're getting ready.
Oh my, the Human Nature remix.
Yeah.
Love. Yeah. Okay. Move on.
Okay. I go back and brush up on my 90s R&B.
It's been a minute.
It has been a
We'll
minute.
forgive you.
Yeah.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Okay, we do have some celebrity birthdays going on here today. One of your favorites, Virginia. I know you love Jason Mraz.
I do.
We both love them.
We do.
He's 45 years old today.
That was one of the best moments ever when he let us go backstage with him and sing together. Jason played the guitar.
Dueling Jasons.
Also, if you're one of them, you like all the sci-fi stuff, Josh Whedon is having a birthday today. He's behind The Avengers, also Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He turns 58 today. And Clarence Thomas, Supreme Court Justice. He's 74, and he's got a couple things that he's having to focus on today, probably other than a birthday. So we'll see how it goes for him. Also got some other birthdays here. Somebody said, my daughter Alyssa Nicole from Coral Springs turning 14 today. Dad, Edgar, Mom, Christy, brother Matthew, sister Cameron, and Nanny. And there is a photo of her there in her Chargers cheerleader uniform. Happy birthday.
Aw, cutie.
Also, happy birthday to my wife, Emery. She is having a birthday today and can't wait to celebrate. It stick figure in Cocoa Beach.
Okay, you guys have a
Redbone.
good time.
Yeah. Stick figure coming through the state of Florida. They're going to be at Sunset Cove Amphitheater in Boca on Saturday.
The Pothead Band.
I believe so. Yeah.
Also, happy 20th birthday to my son, John Michael. That's from Mom, Lucy, Ramon, Lorelai, Ketsy, Alanis, and Baby Dumpling. Also, we got Emery having a birthday. That is from Robert, and you got a photo there on KVJ TV. If you want to watch, kvjshow.tv, and send us your birthday shout-outs, mail at kvjshow.com. All right, we got Camp KVJ right now, looking for something for your kids to do. If they're school age, call us up right now. We got a 4-pack of tickets to Rapids Water Park and also a 4-pack to Lion Country Safari. We'll give you the hookup. 877-979-WRMF. Look out. Denny's is fired up. He's so mad at his neighbor, he's thinking about doxing him. Good heavens, Jaybird, you said you'd never seen our peaceful Denny's ever this upset about anything.
Well, this guy Denny's going to tell you about hit a hot button with Denny's. I've seen Denny's get a little pissy about this before, as he should. Denny's is on the side of right here.
Okay, Denny's, what is it that your neighbor has done that's so terrible?
Well, so I got a dog recently, and I've been walking the dog a lot, 2 or 3 times a day, go around the neighborhood.
Good.
And so I've been aware to a lot of things happening in the neighborhood.
Yeah, you normally wouldn't see all this stuff.
Exactly.
But now you're like walking, stopping, looking.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You got
Observing.
Totally. I see so much stuff when I'm walking in my neighborhood. And if you're in a hurry, you never do that.
Well, and based on your schedule, there's a lot of times in the day you probably won't see things that probably happen every day. You just don't ever see them because you're in your house or you're at work.
Sure.
So I go around a couple times, and we had that big rainstorm. I think a tropical depression came through a few weeks back, and it filled up all the retention ponds, all the lakes. I live on a lake that I think is combined to about 4 other lakes. And
Fancy.
It's very nice.
Oceanfront property.
Yes.
It's like living.
Well, so when we have big rains, the water goes to higher, it fills up and it makes the lake look so much better, right? So I've been admiring how it's looking, but in one corner of the lake, I've been seeing a lot of just stuff gathering, and I thought maybe it was from when they open up the floodgates and the lakes are filling, maybe that's where
runoff.
Yeah, where some of the maybe coconuts, dead tree, palm fronds, trash all collects in this corner. And as I've been walking around for the last 2 weeks, I've noticed that the trash keeps getting bigger and bigger in this corner. So I assumed maybe there was a party being had at night where people were just throwing their trash in the lake and they were just being irresponsible, or maybe they're underage drinking or something. They're trying to hide their evidence, whatever it be.
We know that scene.
Exactly. So I was walking my dog yesterday, and I'm going next to the lake. And across from the lake is an apartment complex where the back of the apartments face the lake, so you can have a nice view from your back porch. I see an elderly fellow carrying a bag of trash walk out of his back porch, walk to the corner of the lake, and throw his bag of trash into the lake.
What the heck, man? That's
No.
unbelievable.
He's the one doing all that.
He's been
the
doing
reason
it
Wow.
for 2 weeks. So I took a picture of it. I'll put it up on KVJ TV here.
Oh, let's dox
this is-
this coup.
This is how much trash this guy has thrown into that corner.
That's unbelievable.
2 weeks now.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Do you know which unit he comes
I
out
did. I
of?
wrote down I followed him back to his place after
No
that because
way.
I saw it happen. I was too far away to grab my phone or anything, and he had already done it. And I go, what's the point of filming it now? He's walking back to his. So I just kind of snuck behind him and followed him. Then he went right back into his house and was chilling, just hanging out. Didn't care at all.
No.
So for 2 weeks now, I think this guy's just been coming out each day and just launching his trash into the corner of the lake.
That to me, we've had that topic that we've done on the show before, how you wouldn't get along with somebody or what makes you instantly judge somebody. When I see people litter like that, there's no way in my mind that you can't be a complete a-hole, and there's no way that we would ever get along.
You're killing animals too.
Right.
You have that
Different
mindset.
picture.
Oh
that-
my
that
gosh.
From a different angle.
That's so
Yeah.
much trash.
That's unbelievable.
And that's
I mean,
him
imagine
doing-
if everybody on planet Earth lived like that. What our world would look like.
All right. So I have a ghillie suit. You know what that is?
Yes.
I have a ghillie suit, and I also have a paintball gun. I will give him one shot that will
Wow.
make sure he never, ever leaves trash there again. He'll never see it coming. He won't see where the shot came from.
All right, stop listening to some bad advice. We do need to go out there, though. I'm all about going out there, putting a camera in his face, and saying, "Dude, what are you doing?" That is the kind of
I wanna
stuff
set
you
up
do
a-
call out.
Yeah.
I
Let's-
think
let's
law
get
enforcement
him.
needs to go pay this guy.
No.
a
It's
little
much more
visit.
fun to be a vigilante.
Well, let's try to get some numbers first on social media.
Yeah,
Kev.
we're not calling the
Oh,
cops.
I got you. Okay.
We don't call the cops, Kevin.
Okay,
Well,
we do something else that's unhinged.
Yes.
I think we do. I think Denny's did report him. Yes.
I did. I reported him to my HOA. I'm showing a video right now, walking past all of the trash from the last 2 weeks.
Oh my God.
This guy's been throwing his trash out every single day into the lake in this corner.
You got to post that on social media.
It's
People are
deplorable.
People are gonna lose their minds. When
We
they
got to
see that.
confront this guy.
He didn't even seem to care. He just threw it and then went about his business.
Here's what's crazy is, did no one else report that? Are you the only one to
Nobody
say
might
something?
have seen. Nobody saw it. Probably.
So I've been walking my dog for 2 weeks. This is the first time I've ever seen it happen. I just been speculating that maybe the flow of water from the other lakes has pushed trash into this corner, but they're all exactly the same trash bag. Oh. They're all the same trash bag. It's just it looks really bad.
Don't worry, we're not really shooting somebody with a paintball gun. Virginia's out of her mind. You don't have to text it. That's not gonna happen.
He doesn't speak for me.
Well, I'm just this is people that are personally texting me.
You could do the Orbeez challenge, Virginia. Hit 'em with one
Airsoft.
of those. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you get arrested, at least it'll be topical.
You can't arrest what you can't see. Ghillie suit, bruh.
Yeah.
You're right.
I'm sure you get away with it.
I do want to put a camera out there and film them because I want evidence. I told the HOA about it, and they kind of need evidence.
Is there a tree we can mount a camera on? Because that's the best way.
Absolutely.
He'll never see the camera. Bam, we get the evidence. Bam, we dox him on TikTok.
When Dennys was telling me the story, he said the guy threw the bag in the water and then looked at Dennys and then walked away.
Yeah,
so he knows Dennys.
He saw me from a distance
unbelievable.
with the dog, paused for a second, and then just walked as if nothing happened. So I kind of pretended like I had my side to him so that he didn't think I was watching him, and then I followed him back to his apartment.
How could you resist tackling him and beating him about the face and
It
neck?
sucks because my first reaction was to grab my phone after I saw him launching it in the trash, and then I go, I can't film this because it's already past the actual event.
If we went out there today and just kind of waited, I think we'll
Eventually,
find him.
I think he must be throwing trash out every day.
Attach a GoPro to that tree.
And just put it on.
Just get it.
Yeah, time lapse.
That's unreal.
I'm coming over to
Tons of trash just
coming
in the
over
lake
Do you
for
think
no
he's
reason.
going to do it again since you've told the HOA?
I'm sure because they were saying that they need evidence of it because he could just easily deny it.
If he's in the apartments, that's not on your HOA, right?
It's all in the same neighborhood though. What's weird about my apartment is it's split into 3, I guess, subdivisions within my
Mine
one
is that way
giant
too.
division.
I hate it. Mine is that way too.
What's crazy is the HOA gets involved with you. Cut a fart the wrong way. The HOA is all over you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Something like
Right.
this where
They
they
need
should
to
have
be on
been
you.
on flies on a rib roast. They've got needed proof. We need evidence.
yeah, this is an
Evidence is right
offensive
there.
act.
The evidence is Denny's eyeballs.
I saw
and
it.
His word and his character, and Denny's would not lie.
Well, if you're listening, old man, we're coming for you.
This is
Okay.
one last photo of all
Yeah.
the trash this guy's been throwing out for 2 weeks.
Yeah, that guy.
We should collect it all. I'll help you. Collect it all. I'll help you clean it and go put it on his doorstep and then sit there and wait for him to come out and say something.
I'm with it.
Yeah, he needs a massive fine.
I will put all that trash on his porch and then sit
We're
there.
coming for you. And Hell's coming with us.
All right. There you go. That's definitely worthy of a call him out and a doxing.
Oh,
I got
love
his
it.
address if you guys want it.
Oh, I'm there, Denny's. Whatever next move you make, you call me.
All right, well, we got Camp KVJ, 4-pack of tickets to Rapids, and also a 4-pack of tickets to Lion Country Safari. Kelly's on here from Port St. Lucie. You've got 3 kids. Is that right, Kelly?
Yes, good morning. Hi, guys.
Hello. How old are your kids?
12, 11, and 2. I'm dropping the 2-year-old off as we speak.
Oh, wow. Good heavens. Well, that's
little
a lot there.
nugget.
I
Yeah.
run into daycare really quick before you guys put me on air.
Well, we got some fun stuff for you to do with the kids. I don't know if you're struggling with finding great activities for them in the summertime. I know I do. So that's why we got a hookup for you
Always,
today.
yes. Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm excited.
You're so welcome. I hear the chimes of a daycare in the background. So,
Aw.
yeah, we'll let you go tend to that. Kelly, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Have a good day.
Okay, you too.
too.
All right, another chance for the hookup tomorrow. Camp KVJ, we got your back. Well, last night, a big old boy band concert at the I Think Financial Amphitheater. Backstreet Boys, we're back, and it was packed from everything I'm hearing and the videos that I saw. Looked like an amazing show last night. The reviews are really good. One comment we got says, I was at the Backstreet Boys show last night. It was amazing. After 29 years, they still have the moves, the voice, and the energy. They performed for 2 hours nonstop. It was incredible. Barbara and Caitlin, they went to the show last night and both said that they were awesome. They said that the traffic, however, was next level. Nothing like a bunch of angry millennials sitting in traffic trying to get into a sold-out show. But there's Barbara and Caitlin from last night. They sent in a couple photos from the Backstreet Boys show.
Nice.
And they said after seeing the Backstreet Boys here in the all-white, we realized that Kevin's tracksuit was on yesterday. So there you go. See, I told you, I could have just hopped on stage last night, Virginia.
You're ready for that video.
They'd have been like, wait a minute, there's 6 guys up there. I don't get it. What's going on? So that apparently was really good, and somebody else said BSB was crazy packed. They did awesome, except Brian. He needs to retire. Sorry.
What? Why are you trying to break up the crew?
Yeah, yikes.
Stop breaking up the
What?
crew. They get rid of Brian.
What did Brian do?
Well,
Maybe he couldn't hit them notes.
yeah, there was a little bit here. I don't know if this is Brian. I don't know who sings what part of every song. I'm not that deep into BSB, but there was a bit of a struggle maybe here, and then they did that. Hey, you sing it. And I think, is that Nick right there, I think, singing?
Nick still got that velvet voice.
Yeah.
Sing to me, Nick.
Yeah.
Can't reach to your heart when you say that I wanted you larger.
Okay. Sounds pretty good. It didn't look like they had any backing musicians. It looked like, I don't know if it was all tracks that they were just singing to, but I didn't notice anything from the videos that I saw.
It's way cheaper to sing to a track.
Yeah, I would
It's
guess
way
so.
easier.
You gotta pay that bass
It's
player.
so much easier.
You don't have to deal with anybody.
Backline, sound guy.
Okay. Well, the reviews were very good. So if you went to the show last night, apparently you're very happy about that.
Carla from KVJ Nation. I don't know if you saw her Insta stories. She was loving it. Her and all her girlfriends dancing around, looking all cute.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're the KVJ Nation, well represented. In fact, that audio is from Twitter, Sarah. She sent that in.
Oh, thank
From
you,
her
Sarah.
videos. She had a great time there last night as well. So apparently Backstreet Boys still got it, unlike Motley Crue.
Oh,
It's all right. Not everybody has it, you know.
Yeah.
Some people lose it, Kev.
The other thing that KVJ Nationers were checking out last night was the Tampa Bay Lightning game. Our KVJ Nationers in Tampa were there as the Colorado Avalanche moved a little bit closer to picking up the Stanley Cup and went to overtime last night. They won 3-2, and they got a 3-1 lead in the series now. Game 5 is tomorrow night. But the email we got from Alex, he went to the game last night, said, saw some celebrities there. Charles Barkley, you can see, he was sitting right below some of the box seats that were going on.
fancy.
I like me some Barkley.
He's a very entertaining guy. Very good at what he does.
He don't hide from his past either, man. He brings up stuff he did and talks about
Yeah,
it
he
and how
does.
he's evolved. And
Yeah.
I like hearing him talk.
Yeah.
He makes me laugh too.
Yeah, he's pretty solid.
He's quick with a little dig.
He'll
against
zing
one
ya.
of his zing-
He'll
fellow
zing ya.
You guys, I love when they zing each other. That's fun.
Yeah, and he always has something to say. I think they were talking to him about that Live Golf tournament thing that is going on where all these golfers are just taking the money and running. And he said, for $200 million, I'd kill a family member. So I guess we know where you go. If you've seen his golf game, you don't have any worry about him going to live. But
And then I guess people were outraged.
I don't know. It's
If they
clearly
are,
a joke.
we don't care. It's clearly a joke, but a great joke.
Also at the Tampa Bay Lightning game last night, Darius Rucker. You can see him up there in one of the skyboxes. Lovely seats, too.
D-Rux.
Yeah. So apparently he's a Dolphins fan and a Tampa Bay Lightning fan.
Okay.
Okay.
He's all about the FLA.
Yeah, I guess he is. So there you go. Somebody else that Charles Barkley knows pretty well, Shaq. Always doing good stuff. Love to call out people when they're doing the right stuff and not dumping their garbage in lakes. Shaq is going to be doing a DJ gig tomorrow night in Buffalo, and he's donating the proceeds to families of the victims in the recent grocery store shooting.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, he's always doing it right, isn't he?
I love that.
And how about this John Cena, too? We just had that story the other day where there was the kid from Ukraine, and he had some mental development issues, and a war and invasion is a lot. And
they
so,
had to leave.
Yeah, and he was like, I don't want to go because, hey, I get it. I love my surroundings as well, but like we have no choice. And so they told him that he was going to meet John Cena. And so he's a huge John Cena fan, and John Cena got wind of it and actually showed up so that the parents weren't lying.
Oh.
Their excuse turned out to be right. The kid got to meet John Cena.
That is beautiful.
And listen to this. He is now the first and only person to fulfill 650 wishes for the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Wow.
John Cena's done 650.
That's awesome.
And don't forget, too, don't sleep on the fact that some people think he won the feud against The Rock when it came to them battling. With the John Cena did the rap against The Rock. Rock did a song against John Cena. Some people call it a draw. Some people say Cena won.
Wow.
I don't know.
I don't know. All right, got a few random questions here for you. If heaven exists, what would be the first thing you'd do when you get there?
Oh, easy.
Bird, what are you doing?
Mom, Ann, and Chewy, how you doing?
Yeah.
Let's see what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I would love to hug Chewy.
Yeah, from every response I've seen, that is everybody's number one answer of what they do. What would be the second thing after you've seen all your loved ones? Because I think for me, I would go and dunk a basketball. Poor white boy here. It has no vertical hops whatsoever. And man, oh man, I would be like, where's the nearest hoop and ball? I'd be doing all kinds of Jordan moves. People would be like, what? Yeah, that would be my first move in heaven, baby. Dunk a basketball.
Hey, Marilyn Monroe, do you mind? I don't know. You want to play with my hair? That'd be kind of awesome.
Okay, Bird's going to get to heaven and get carnal.
You're going to get hashtag Me Too in heaven?
I'm going to ask for consent, of course, heaven.
First thing he's going to do when he gets to heaven is sin. What?
Now's
Hey,
the time.
What?
Who wants to touch me? Nobody.
Well, no, Kevin talking about dunking? I thought that the world was our oyster.
It's her. She's in heaven too. Why does she have to do your hair in heaven?
Again, it would be consent. It's an automatic in heaven.
She's going through hell and heaven.
Yeah.
Hell in heaven. Well, that's my.
She's like, I don't want to.
People always talk about, I want Elvis to play me all of his hits. Do you think Elvis wants to sing you songs
No.
while
No.
he's in heaven?
He does not. He wants to be left alone.
It's like, y'all, I already went through all this, man.
All right, you know what? I kind of want to dunk and play one-on-one basketball with Kevin.
What the heck are we doing? Anything else you would do when you get to heaven other than greet loved ones?
I want a cloud jump and use angel wings. That'd be fun.
Kaboing, kaboing.
Come
That
on,
would be
come
fun.
on. That'd be awesome.
Yes.
I'd
okay.
probably jam with dead musicians.
If they want to jam.
If-
Man,
I'm
oh
sure,
man.
yeah. I feel like musicians always want to jam.
If they're already jamming, yes. But if you go up to them while they're eating in heaven and ask them if they want to jam, no.
Yeah, Jimi Hendrix is eating a pierogi. Yo, Jimmy, do you mind if I play a little? Come on, I'm eating.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, it'd be cool.
But that, I mean, imagine that. How crazy could that be?
It'd be
if
amazing.
that,
It'd be
if that was
awesome.
the thing. If you just had all these dead musicians together, the biggest jam session of all
Tom
time. You imagine
Petty,
what that would
George
be like?
Harrison.
Hey, John Lennon, you wanna jam with me and Denny's? Of course I do, Jason. I'd love to.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Rigamadoo.
Okay, what about this? What is something, no matter how much people explain it to you, you just can't understand it?
Cryptocurrency.
Okay.
I mean, that's up there.
NFTs.
Again, another thing up there.
yeah.
What?
Me, I think it'd be algebra.
Algebra.
Good
Algebra.
heavens. My mind just doesn't work that way.
How a car works. It's just like mechanic stuff I just never could latch onto.
Balancing a checkbook.
Okay.
We didn't have to really anymore. The apps all do it for you.
It's making us so dumb. Autocorrect is making us dumb.
So every now and then I turn it off because I get so annoyed with autocorrect, and then I can't type anything. I need it. I've become so dependent
Right.
on it.
You're looking up words. How do you spell restaurant?
It doesn't fix anything. You can't type anything. It's terrible.
Okay, what has improved your life so much that you wished you did it sooner?
Only talking about a Tumblr. Can I get a hell yeah?
Yeah, you talk about this a lot.
You do. You found the way of the Tumblr.
It has changed my life. It's made it at least 1% better. My life
Okay.
is that much better. And I could tell a difference when I had COVID because I left all my tumblers here at work.
Yeah.
And my drinks sucked.
Okay.
Oh, Tumblr's the way.
You left here like the building was on fire.
Well, because, you
You tested positive during the show. You're like,
well, the first thing,
what do I do?
The first thing I said, Kevin, I have to leave. Yep, gotta go.
And then didn't you ride the elevator with somebody on the way out? Like, sorry.
I ran into our brand new engineer, and I knew him from our old station, and I didn't want to be rude and just kind of brush by him, but I also didn't want to tell him I just tested positive for COVID. I'm like, hey, man, I'll talk to you later.
He just ran.
I ran from him.
That's weird. Jay Bird just took off running from me.
I gotta talk to him later and let him know that was not anything personal.
What do you think, Virginia? Do you have anything that improved your life so much that you wish you'd done it sooner?
Botox, Kev.
Yeah,
Down
Botox, and I think too skin cream. I got on the skin cream train late. I think if I would have started more skin cream in my 20s, more sunscreen in my 20s, I'd probably be at a better place.
Denny's?
I'd say YouTube. That's one thing I jumped on late to. Bird kind of introduced me to it. It has every single thing you could ever want. Any question I've ever had is on there.
It is kind of amazing, yeah.
Someone's
uploading Google.
They're uploading something weird right this second.
I just never used it really. Bird really got me into YouTube. I didn't use it before I met Bird really.
Oh, I gotta tell you though, the one thing that we do with it is if you have like any kind of repair that you need to do.
Yes.
Sometimes if you take something into a shop or have a professional come look at it, the cost is unreal. And you can go on and get a tutorial video. We had like something that was like changing a bulb in the car, and I'm like, they're like, here's how much you're gonna pay. I'm like, what? And you can get the bulb for $5. Find a YouTube tutorial and do it yourself.
It's great. There's so many. There's for musicians. If you want to pick up an instrument,
learn music.
They've got it all from beginning to middle to high advanced. Anything you want for free.
Yeah, they do. It's a great tool for learning music.
Magnolia lost a piece of her car, like the side little panel above the tire. We went to the dealership. They wanted $300 for the part and to put it on. We found the part online for $45. And there's a YouTube tutorial on how to put it on because so many people lose this one part of this car. That's a big difference in cash.
For me, I think it's already stuff that I endorse. That's why I tell people about Hair Club. Hello.
It changed your life.
Yeah.
You look great.
Yeah, loving it. Ideal Nutrition helped me slim down. It's all good.
Is that what you do too?
That is.
Yeah, Denny speaks highly. Not to turn this into a commercial, but he really, he off the air will tell me, Bird, you got to do this because you love food and it makes it so organized.
It is, yeah. If you love organization and
well, because
it's easy.
They do it
That's
for
what
you.
it's easy.
And it's so organized.
You won't be in a situation where you're like, oh, I'm starving. Let me overpay for Grubhub.
Yeah.
You've got it right there in your fridge. You just pop it in the microwave.
Yeah.
The preparation is the easiest.
Yep. So now I overpay for alcohol.
You got to make up for it.
Yeah, they're gonna get you one way or the other, Kev.
But it's easy, so easy to just grab some chips and snack, and then you eat something later anyway. It's so nice when you have the meal just ready to go.
Yep.
It's done.
It keeps the weight off.
You're selling me, Denny.
Okay, what would you say is the weirdest period of your life? Weirdest period of your life. I would say for me, just trying to get it going in this radio biz when I lived in my car in New York. That was an odd time.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to figure out how to eat and shower and all that kind of stuff. So that'd be mine. What about yours, Virginia? Weirdest
period of your life.
Yeah.
Weirdest.
Bird, you got something that
I
jumps
do.
out?
I do. I have a
Come back to
couple.
Virginia. Let her
Yeah,
work for a while.
thinking.
Yeah.
Easily, not to keep bringing things up with my mom, but when my mom died, she was a major player on our show too, and it was public, and it was really a weird time. It was the first person that really I cared about passed away. It was a major player in my life. That was a weird time, and a close second would be our Miami. Miami was a bizarre, weird, odd time, man. I don't wish that kind of feeling on anybody.
Yeah, you're right. That might trump New York for me. Okay. Virginia, you got anything yet?
I do, but it's kind of depressing.
Oh, geez. All right, we'll end with you. Denny. We keep jumping back to Virginia. Okay,
well,
not
y'all
yet.
always get on me that I'm so dark, so I'm just giving you a warning. Mine is pretty effing sad.
I just talked about my mom dying and then us getting fired.
And
so
Virginia thinks she's going to trumpet.
I know.
That's how sad this is going to be because your mom dying is not sad enough. Virginia's got something better than that. Yeah. Not sad enough, Bird. Death of a mom? Nothing.
Let's knock it up a notch.
Yeah. Denny's, what about you?
Probably when I was interning, when I was working at a recording studio, because I was in a point where the girl I was dating at the time, she didn't really want me smoking pot anymore. And so I was trying to make a change in my life to quit smoking pot. But then I started working with recording artists, and everybody in music does drugs. They all do. So I got in weird situations as an intern where I was even picking up drugs on occasion to bring to the studio for people that were recording there. So it was kind of this weird dual world.
Famous people.
Famous people. They all like their substances. So I mean,
Every single famous person.
Oh, I love it. Give us names. Give us names.
Sweet Denny's has got some not so sweet stories.
I know. He's told me some names off the air. I can't repeat them, but wow, juicy.
You did tell one. You told the Paris Hilton story on the air.
I did tell Paris Hilton. So yeah, we. So at a club, it was the Carters. You know, they were big. There was a reality show back then.
Nick and Aaron?
Nick and
Yeah.
Aaron.
Yeah.
And Aaron back then. I mean, I feel bad because he's gone through a lot of bad things in his life.
He
but
has had a rough
He was looking
road.
for some drugs downtown when we were all hanging out once, and I was working at the recording studio and stuff. So. So Lou Pearlman owned all of Transcontinental downtown Orlando.
Oh,
He owned
yeah.
the whole street.
Yeah.
And the label was on the end of that street. So we could go to any club we want and any VIP we wanted because he owned everything.
Wow.
So we used to go and sometimes tear up the dance floor. We bring so they had a studio there where you could rent out. It had mirrors and they'd hire choreographers and all the backup dancers would learn all their dances there.
Oh, wow.
And they'd bump it through the stereo. So sometimes after we were all done, we'd go to the club and people couldn't believe how well these people danced. They thought they were just regulars walking in. And they're doing these choreographed dances. Yeah, they're boy band backup dancers.
I mean, they're really good.
So we used to tear it up there. But anyway, so he was looking for some drugs, and we managed to get him some, Aaron Carter. And in exchange, he gave us Paris Hilton's number. At the time, she was on the Simple Life. I think it was like season 3 or something.
Wow.
yeah, okay.
So we were all in class the next morning. I was in class, and we were all joking around. The teacher's like, what's all this commotion? And one of the kids is like, you know, Denny's got Paris Hilton's number. So in class, he made me go up to the front of the class and call her on speaker. And she's like, hello? And I was like, hey, Paris, how's it going? And then she just hung up right on me. That was just like my teacher made me call her.
That's amazing.
It's a
Yes.
good story, Denny.
Oh, man. Okay, Virginia, why don't you bring us out with a really sad
Oh,
story?
gosh. We have to go from that?
Yeah. Everybody's riding high. What's Virginia's really depressing moment?
I feel bad.
Yeah, let's
laying
kill
this
all the
on
good
you.
vibes we got.
All right. Really, really make us depressed.
Yeah.
All right. So I know you guys know this time period when I had two of my very close female friends who are younger than me, both young moms, pass away. That was the craziest for me because between them, they had 7 kids that were now motherless.
Yeah, 2 young moms trumps 1 older mom. Just so you know, if we're
Just
keeping
so you
score
know.
here.
So I get second place.
You're
Damn
getting
it.
second
You
place.
do.
Your dead mom's story's not sad enough. She's got 2 young moms,
Step it up.
leaving so many kids behind.
Yeah.
Okay, continue on, Virginia. Tell us how this is more sad.
It spun me around because then you start thinking, oh my gosh, you know, if these young moms can kick it, my kids could be motherless too. It's pretty heavy to start thinking about.
I'm grabbing a beer.
Yeah, give me one too. Dennis, you need a bowl?
Yes.
Thank you, Virginia. Okay.
Every day's a gift, Kevin.
Yeah.
Don't take them for granted.
You're right. Thank you
never
for that
know when
moral
it's-
lesson.
Lights out.
There you go. All right.
Who wants to laugh their ass off? Ooh, I know I do. He wrote some funny punchlines just for me and you. It's Danny's Joke Jury.
Who's ready to laugh?
Oh, you know we are. Here we go. Here we go. Favorite part of the week. Denny's has penned out some comedy for us here. We're going to let them know what is hitting and what is missing. What you got for us today, Denny's?
All right. Why didn't the Childish Gambino jump into the brawl?
Why didn't the Childish Gambino jump into the brawl? I don't know why.
Because he's a glover, not a fighter.
No.
Oh, yeah. That was good.
Yeah, Donald Glover. Okay, yeah. Okay, he's a Glover, not a fighter. Okay, yeah.
I like it, Danny.
Yeah, okay.
What do you call a fondue party thrown by Frankenstein?
A fondue party thrown by Frankenstein. I don't know. What do you call that?
A Munster mash?
I love
Fondue party.
monster
So
and
good.
cheese
I love
comedy.
fondue, yeah.
Cheese comedy. You don't see enough of that.
You don't see a lot of it. Third joke. What do you call a dog that wears tights with Uggs?
It's quite a visual. Tights with Uggs. I don't know. What do you call it?
A basic bitch.
Denny.
Okay.
So good.
Oh, that's a good one.
Let's see. Fourth one. What do you call a British rocker who shaves sheep?
A British rocker who shaves sheep. I don't know. What do you call him?
Ed Sheeran. And finally, we can move on from that one. I get it.
No, I get it.
I say we let it breathe.
All right.
That joke was not bad.
It wasn't.
Final one. Why was Optimus Prime hanging around the faulty breaker box?
I don't know why.
Because last week it blew a transformer.
Oh, Denny.
Okay. Yeah.
Come on, Josh.
Okay.
I like how you always end naughty.
Dirt of the day. It's the KVJ. Dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away. Because you know we need that dirt of the day.
I did see this on TikTok, and they were making fun of Justin Timberlake for his dancing. Apparently, he was at the Something in the Water Music Festival in Washington, D.C. over the weekend, trying to rock his body, and the internet was not feeling it, Kevin.
Uh-oh.
People took video and were mocking him, and the comments, that is what was making me chuckle. People were calling Justin Timberlake out for just bad dancing.
Was he being serious? Or was he just having fun?
I think he was trying to do a specific dance, and that was what he wasn't doing well. Because, Justin Timberlake, used to dance a lot for a living.
Yeah, you think he would have a grasp of all the hot dances, at least before you go to do them on stage at a festival.
But
you would have the grasp of said dance.
But do you nail every dirt story you do? I'm sure. I mean, you're pretty darn close. You're like 99%. But every now and then.
I mean, they are in an uproar
I know.
about how bad
I saw
this
it.
dancing is, and I love it.
Yeah, it was the beat your feet dance that he was trying to do, and it might also had to do not only with the dancing, but he's wearing khakis and he's got on kind of a button-up shirt and his shoes. He had a total dad uniform on.
Yeah, okay.
So, it's dad up there beating your feet, and here's what he had to say about that.
I want to apologize to you for two reasons. Here and here! I had a long talk with both of them individually and said, don't you ever do that to me again.
Okay, all right. So, yeah, so he was scolding his feet there.
My favorite of all of the comments that people wrote, somebody wrote, and America tried to ruin Janet Jackson for this man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In other news, there is other stuff that happened besides the bad Justin Timberlake dancing. I guess Ron Goldman is coming for O.J. Simpson. Did you see that they have officially, the family is now coming after $96 million, they say, in unpaid money. Fred Goldman, Ron Goldman's dad, wants the money. You recall back in 97, O.J. was ordered to pay $33.5 million, and he never did. And now, with all of the interest and the balloon payment, it is $96 million, and Fred Goldman has laid it all out in new court documents. He's applying for a renewal of his old judgment and wants to be able to come after OJ for that money. So,
But I don't know why. I mean, he's been trying to get this money for 30 years.
why has he not got it?
Well,
If they,
I think
if it,
OJ's a little slippery.
he was ordered by the court back in 97 to pay it. So how do you slip out of it? How does it balloon to 96 million? And according to Fred, he's not got much of it.
Can't catch me.
Literally
I'm OJ.
slippery.
I'm the juice.
That's right.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Okay. All right, little kid or drunk adult, we all do dumb things. We're going to try to figure out if these people were little kids or drunk adults when they did what they did. Okay. Got a submission here from Kembra. Okay, Kembra, what is the dumb thing that you did?
I cried in front of a police officer after he yelled at me.
Cried in front of a police officer after he yelled at her.
Could go either way, y'all.
Okay. I don't know why a cop would be yelling at a little kid.
I feel like back in the 80s it happened a lot.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Skateboarders, they hated skateboarders.
They do not. I got to show you some videos of cops just losing it on these 11-year-old kids, man. It is some good viewing, Virginia.
That's true. Okay. If they're on a skateboard, they were definitely yelling at them. I'm going to stick with my first thought. I'm going to go with a drunk adult on this. What do you think, Virginia?
I don't know. I'm going to go little kid.
Okay.
I'm going little kid, too, for some reason.
Okay. What were you here, Kembra?
I was a drunk adult. My friend got kicked out of a bar, and I tried telling the police officer outside what happened, and he told me to be quiet. He yelled at me, and I started to cry immediately, and I begged him not to tase me.
Don't tase me.
Don't tase me, bruh.
Okay. What about Steven here? Was he a little kid or a drunk adult? What is the thing you did, Steven?
Crapped my pants. I was at a concert, and after I crapped them, I kept them on the whole time, which was over 4 hours.
Crapped your pants at a concert and kept them on for 4 hours.
Dude.
It seems like a drunk adult thing.
Totally.
Yeah.
Dude.
I would think so. I mean, how many little kids are at concerts? Yeah, you guys going drunk adult?
Yeah.
All right, I'm feeling that too. What were you here, Steven?
I was a drunk adult. I was at a Dave Matthews concert with some of my fraternity brothers, and we had lawn seats. We were really, really, really far away from the bathroom, and I trusted a fart at the beginning of the night, and I was wrong, and I lost. But it was rain. It was like pouring down rain, and there was mud on the lawn. I mean, mud everywhere. So I just sat down, kind of squished around for a minute or so, and no one knew what was really going on.
Wow.
There it is. The grossest call of the week. Congratulations, sir.
You win?
You win. You win. You get pride. You win. You're the champ.
Okay. All right. All right. We've got a submission here for little kid or drunk adult from Victoria. What is the dumb thing that you did, Victoria?
I bit into a caramel apple on a date, and both my front teeth came out.
Oh, my gosh. Okay. What do you think, little kid or drunk adult on this, Virginia?
Well, if you're on a date, you have to be an adult, right?
Yeah.
Think so?
I'm saying drunk adult.
If you're a little kid on a date, where are your parents at?
It's weird.
Yeah, definitely drunk adult.
Okay, drunk adult. Okay, that sounds like that would be right. What were you here, Victoria?
I was a little kid.
What?
I was in the 4th grade, and I was on this hayride at a pumpkin patch with my friends and these 2 boys. We lived in Ohio at the time, and I finally had gotten up the nerve to hold the hand of my little boyfriend.
Okay.
And when he squeezed my hand back, I just got this huge wave of confidence, and I bit into my caramel apple. And when I pulled the apple away, it ripped both of my front teeth out.
Oh, my
They
gosh.
were still baby teeth, and I just had this really scared and embarrassed reaction and started to laugh. And then this little boyfriend of mine started to laugh when he saw that I had this toothless smile. And then I started to cry.
Oh, my
it was so
gosh.
awful.
What a wave of emotions on the hayride.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay.
That's
Both
great.
front teeth came out. Okay.
But at least they were baby teeth.
That's true. That's true. Okay. That was a tricky one there. Thank you very much for the submission. And one more here. Little kid or drunk adult, Jack. He went to the WRMF app and left this on our mic drop feature. What is the dumb thing you did, Jack?
I hit my grandma's friend in the face with a yo-yo.
Damn.
Oh, my gosh.
That will. You hit the temple? That could be lights out curtains, Virginia.
Especially, the grandma's friend, assuming she's old.
Yo-yo is hard, and yeah, that could really take a grandma out.
It's got to be a little kid, right?
Sounds like a little kid that's screwing around, would be my guess. What do you think,
Totally.
Virginia?
Yeah, little kid.
Okay. Jack, were you a little kid?
I was a drunk adult. So my grandma came by my parents' house a while back with one of her friends, and I was just like hanging out playing video games. And what I would do is I would dump a little vodka in my Mountain Dew because I'd want to drink in front of my grandma. And I ended up getting kind of hammered. And grandma is bragging to her friend about how I was really good with a yo-yo. And I was. I could do all kinds of tricks like 10 years ago. But she's just like begging me to show her friend how I could do all these tricks with a yo-yo. And I was doing the over the falls trick. and the yo-yo kind of got away from me, and I smacked her friend right between the eyes and like broke her glasses in two and everything.
Oh my gosh.
It was awful. She started like crying. Grandma was like totally embarrassed, and she just like left immediately, and obviously we need to do any yo-yo tricks again.
Okay, no more yo-yo tricks for you.
She left immediately. I hope she didn't drive with those busted glasses.
Hopefully Grandma was driving.
Wow.
Dang.
That's intense.
Okay.
That was almost like a mini movie.
It was.
How about that? Quite a visual. Well, thank you for the story, Jack. If you got your own submission, just tell us what dumb thing you did. Leave a little bit of a space there so we can pause the audio and take our own guesses. And we'll try to figure out were you a little kid or a drunk adult. Download that app, the free WRMF app. Go into your app store, download it, and use the keyword DAYS, D-A-Y-S. You could pick up a 4-day, 3-night stay at the Caribe Royale Orlando, plus get $2,000 in spending cash to go along with it to pump up your summer. Okay, your confessions here today. What have people been up to? I know a lot of people actually take pride in the devilish things that they do, and they send them to us. Thank you for that. I actually get some decent ideas on how to be devilish myself from these. Some of them are just kind of fun little relatable things as well. I read this one when it came in. I'm like, I think I do this too. Their confession here, it says, whenever I wake up in the middle of the night, I try and sense what the precise time is before checking my phone to see if I'm right. This morning, I got it spot on, 4:46 a.m.
Wow.
I've been playing that game since I was a child. I love that game.
Yeah,
Love it.
I think I do that too. I'm always like, yeah, when you nail it, there is a sense of pride.
Yeah.
That's a skill.
And I always notice, I always look at the clock when it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It is weird.
Really? Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry, you've been drinking.
I have a confession, Kevin.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I have a confession.
I'm several beers in.
I'm an alcoholic.
Yeah.
He's probably going to drink more.
Dude, it's summertime.
Yes, it is. You're
Friday
right.
Eve.
You're not a student. Summer doesn't matter.
I know. I still feel like spring break.
I'm on summer break, y'all. I'm on summer break.
Don't ruin my shine.
Yeah. Bert, I guess you got a bit of a confession. You had a very uncomfortable conversation with one of your relatives who was giving you a hard time about your life and your career decisions that you're making.
It was more. I don't think they like the career, but I don't care about that. They called.
Do we know this person?
No, it's up north. It's in the Rhode Island family.
Yeah.
And this person called up, and I knew they wanted to get a hold of me because they left me a couple voicemails. I want to wish you a happy birthday. Well, my birthday was in May.
It's the end of June.
Yeah, so they're a little late. So I finally called them back, and what turned into a happy birthday call was, so you're 45 now, huh? Never get married. Oh, your mother would hate this. Your mother would not like the fact you have no kids.
Oh,
you're 45.
my gosh.
You're not married? What's wrong? Why don't you have kids? That was the whole call. I'm like, it's a birthday call, right?
No, it was not a birthday call.
Oh, I looked back at my phone. It was 11 minutes long. And it was 11 minutes.
Just 11 minutes of pure guilt. Huh?
You're 45. What are you doing? I mean, you probably missed your opportunity. No.
Oh, jeez.
The ship has sailed.
I was like, lady, leave me alone.
Wow.
Yeah. And I wasn't going to be defensive about it because
Yeah.
if that will only make it worse, Virginia. You just kind of go,
Yeah.
it's not my cup of soda yet.
You can't fight with Rhode Island. You just have to let Rhode Island talk.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. But I figured you guys would like that I had an 11-minute call about how I'm childless and marriageless. And I'm doing it all wrong, and Mom is so sad in heaven.
Let me see another confession here. This person said, my husband is a detective and he has to answer his phone at every call. So some mornings when he's sleeping in and I've been up with the baby and toddler since 4 a.m. and I'm fed up with taking care of the kids alone, I'll call him on his private number and I'll just say nothing. So he'll actually wake up and then he'll come and help. It works almost every time and he never thinks it's me.
Wow, that's diabolically intelligent.
It's pretty good, huh?
You're tricking the detective who's good at figuring stuff out? Right. He must not be that good of a detective.
I'm going to say you're not that good then.
I hope he never gets assigned in my case.
Right. Let me see here. We got a couple other submissions here. Your confession. This one says, I don't put my phone on airplane mode when I'm on airplanes. What a rebel.
I don't think it does anything because I accidentally forgot to do it once.
Yeah, I don't think
5
it
times.
does.
Yeah, I don't think they know if you do or don't.
Does it really cause malfunction? And
I don't think so, no.
Well, you can't get Twitter to update when you do that.
But there are talks of people, comedians, making a joke. They're drinking before they get on the plane. They put a joke up, and they have no idea that their career's over until they touch down.
Oh, my gosh.
Making a Twitter joke. They get
Yeah.
out there, and then, oh, you've been canceled. There's a few stories like
Yeah,
that.
I've seen that.
That 5-hour flight, you get off thinking, oh, this is crap.
Doesn't take long, does it?
No, it doesn't.
No. This confession says, I'm an elementary school teacher, and 99% of the time, if you're a jerk, your child will be a jerk too. Parents' Night always confirms this. We mock you as we compare stories in the staff room.
That's crazy.
I could see that. Yeah. And let me tell you, teachers talk a lot about parents. A lot.
Well, they should, because some of these parents are...
This confession says, my kids have taken to rating my meals out of 10 each and every night. It's all I can manage to not tell them to F off those ungrateful little turds.
So I see both sides. I love rating things. It's a lot of
So
fun.
they're announcing to Mom, by the way, Mom, your spaghetti's a 3.
That's not cool, kid. But rating food is a lot of fun.
Don't give Mom a low rating. Just know she's trying her best.
But you know, when Mom gets that 10 out of 10, it's all worth it, isn't it?
Exactly. Give her the 10. Give her the 10. If it's low, lie to Mom a little bit.
Would you want me and Kevin, and I'm talking Ralston, if you made something that you put your heart and soul into and you were really proud of it and you gave it to us and we really hated it and we were honest, I don't think you take it well, and then I think you get kind of mad at us.
No, I think it'd be funny. I would want you guys to tell me the truth. I want my kids and Panda to lie to me.
It would really, if you made Panda lasagna and he hated it, he's like texting me, oh my gosh, Bert, this is crap.
I would be crushed if Panda didn't like the lasagna. I just made him lasagna for his birthday.
I gotta delete a few messages.
Yeah.
But remember, I made you that cold cherry soup?
The worst thing I've ever put. I put a lot of bad things in my mouth, and that is up there. Remember that crap?
That was
Kevin?
terrible.
Oh my
That was like 10 years ago.
No, that was like 15
I
years
didn't
ago.
get any of it. I thought it was a joke.
I
I
did
still to
too.
this day think it was a joke.
No, it was real.
I know.
You hated it. I loved it.
And I don't think you did get offended because you even knew this is kind of whack.
I knew it was weird, but I thought it was good. I don't know.
This confession says, when meeting my wife's father for the first time, I went in for a handshake. He goes in for a hug. The result was his earlobe. The result was his earlobe went into my open mouth. And I tickled it with my tongue.
Just kind of like second base.
It happens.
We've never mentioned it, but we both know it's still top of mind. Oh, his earlobe went in your mouth. That's tough. This confession says my 3-year-old son and 1-year-old daughter were born in the same month, 2 days apart. Looking forward to the day when I tell them both that they were conceived on the same day, my birthday. I basically get action once a year, and it's always on my birthday. So there you go. That's a lot of information I would never want to get from my parents.
I think I've been drinking too much to even compute that.
I know 3 sisters, and they are all born within like a week.
Sisters.
Yeah, and so they said our parents only had sex on their anniversary.
Oh, wow, that's funny. Yeah,
Isn't that
maybe
funny?
that's it. Yeah.
I think that's it. If you have that celebratory sex.
Yeah,
That's so-
on a certain day.
So depressing.
Your
And,
kids
oh,
all-
well,
your
I got
kids
laid
all-
on my anniversary. Oh, it's a great day. Oh, God.
Wow. This one just came in. I'm going to keep your name out of it. It says, I've had feelings for my boss for months now. I haven't told anyone, but I have been dropping hints. I just can't tell if they've noticed it or not yet. I don't know if they wanted me to include their name or not. I don't know if this is the way they're trying to let their boss know they have a hots for them.
Oh, whoa.
Just out of caution, I'm not going to put it in.
Do not say it on the radio.
You like that, huh? We're getting a lot of this,
It's taboo.
actually.
Is this from a guy about a girl boss? Is it from
It
a
is a
girl?
girl's name.
Oh, this is
Girl's
like
name.
the secretary with
girl's
James
name, yeah.
Spader, Virginia.
It's a girl's name.
I would say watch that movie. It would break Virginia. Oh, you couldn't handle
What's
this.
it called?
The Secretary with James Spader. You would be You would be broken. You would not know what to do. You're too vanilla.
This confession said when my daughter was 5, we were walking into the house and I turn around. I notice a snake is weaving through her legs. So I do what any good mom would do. I scream and run into the house, shutting the door behind me, leaving my daughter outside. Just as a confession, though, I did come back a couple minutes later with a broom. But she runs inside, leaving the kid outside with the snake.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. And this confession says, I found a category of porn about small wieners. I thought I'd watch it for a good laugh. But then I realized at least 90% of the guys were more endowed than me.
You can't.
I'm shattered.
Look, let me just go ahead and tell you this: a small peen in the porn world is still not. Get yourself out of that world. It's not real.
Okay,
yeah, it's not real. Don't compare yourself to that.
they went on for a good laugh to make himself feel better, like going, I'd be the smallest guy in this.
Yeah, a lot of the small peen stuff is not. You're like, what are they doing here?
Okay, so don't go to small peen porn to make yourself feel better, fellas.
Yeah, don't get the pep up talk from porn.
Okay, all right, it's good to know. Good to know.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Well, I got quite an interesting cast of characters in today's Whacked Out News, including a 33-year-old drunk guy who stole a cop car in Colorado the other night. And then, when a call came across the radio for domestic violence, he decided to go and answer it.
All right, so I kind of like his style.
And he was the first person on the scene.
So he's got the right instinct.
And
So
his heart's in the right place.
He's a drunk dude who's stolen a cop car. He answers the call to a domestic violence. He gets there, he goes to help, but then the real cops show up and he freaks out and takes off. Then the cops realize, oh, wait a minute, there's the guy that stole the cop car. And they say that might be a bigger call than the domestic. So they start chasing the guy who's drunk in their stolen cop car.
Oh, boy.
There's a high-speed chase that's now going on. The guy crashes the car and then gets arrested.
Wow, that was a busy evening.
Do you think the cops were mean to him and yelling when they finally got him?
Or we're happy, yeah.
Because when you take the car, they get pissed.
And the high-speed chase
Yeah.
endangered a lot of people.
Well, I know that the cops
Yeah.
always have the cameras on. Do they get scolded now if they are yelling at criminals? Are you allowed to still, if someone's doing something wrong, and you tackle them, and are you still get down, you son of a? Or you cannot do that anymore.
I think everything has got to be appropriate to the situation. That's pretty much what I hear. There's got to be a correlation. If you've got a kid that's jaywalking, you're like, get down. Then they're like,
which I've seen.
Right. Then they're like, okay, man, maybe
That cop needs a vacation.
Yeah, that wasn't necessary. There's a fast food worker that got arrested near Tulsa on Monday after a customer checked their bag and found meth in it.
Oh.
Yesterday it was edibles. Today it's meth.
Was it an accident?
It's not clear if he meant to do it or not. I'm looking at his mugshot, and I am surprised no one before this realized he was on meth. Wow. And
it's a tough time to hire in fast food. You have to take whatever you can get.
Good heavens.
Even if the guy's on meth, hey, can he put together a cheeseburger or not?
Yeah, you might have meth to top it, and I think that's what happened. But yeah, it's possible that he's actually been selling drugs at work, and he picked the wrong bag, or he has a system going on where people order it that way. Because this guy looks like he's more into meth than he is into flipping burgers.
Okay.
Yeah, so that might have been his racket. They're still trying to figure out. 2 18-year-olds were charged with battery after shooting water beads at about 25 people in Pembroke Pines and Miramar. They were doing that Orbeez challenge that you see on TikTok.
Yep.
The teenagers were charged with battery after shooting water beads at about 25 people there, and they're going to be facing felony charges of battery on a person over 65. So they're shooting old people.
Damn.
And then they got 3 misdemeanor battery charges as well. Just to let you know, it's relatively affordable to get. You can get the Orbeez Challenge Activity Kit for just $17.49 on Amazon and Target.
I keep thinking you're saying Arby's challenge.
Which he is down. He is so down for
I'll
Arby's.
take that challenge.
They got the meats.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know if you knew this, but apparently the International Space Station smells like ass.
What?
Apparently, astronauts in orbit fart more.
Astronauts?
Why
Yes.
is that?
It has to do with as you digest your food, apparently the gas doesn't come up, it goes out. So instead of any kind of belches, because somebody had asked astronaut Tim Peake about what a belch smells like in a space helmet, and he says in space, the gas works out the other end. And he said, so the smell in the International Space Station is really unusual. It's a little bit like a barbecue that's gone wrong. Burnt meat, scorched metallic smell.
Whoa. That's pretty gross.
Yeah.
Not my cup of soda.
He was in that farty air for 186 days back in 2016.
That's so gnarly, man.
That's tough, huh? So now you know you fart more in space. If you like space and look into the stars, Saturn, Jupiter, Venus, Mars, and Mercury all is going to align for the first time in 18 years.
Okay, Virginia, stuff you don't give a crap about.
And the alignment will be visible to the naked eye each morning right before sunrise through the end of the month.
I care if it affects like Mercury and retrograde and all that, because I think that all that stuff is fascinating.
Why did you turn into Jodie Foster? Mercury and retrograde. I'll tell you who will be good as a on-street reporter for that. KVJ Nation or Joe Ponton.
Oh, yeah?
He's good at just being out and locating stuff. He can get us some footage that I only think 10 people are going to care about. But
Yeah.
I'm one of those 10.
I look forward to that video. Yeah.
I look forward to those 10 likes.
3 of them are from 3 different accounts from me.
The next time this is going to happen is going to be the year 2040. So there you go. Well, here you go, Bird. Researchers in China have now invented a new mind-reading device that can tell if you're watching porn. There's a team in Beijing that built a prototype that you wear that scans your brain waves, and it will sense if you're watching porn, and then an alarm goes off, the porn alarm.
Damn.
Yeah, they tested on 15 college students, all men, and it was 80% accurate.
Sounds biased.
Yeah, no,
Men.
no word on why they didn't
It's
test it
men.
on women. But I don't know if you knew this, but porn has been illegal in China since 1949.
It's I tell you what, it's a powerful drug. And I've seen people go down a bad road because of it. Relationship ruined, Kevin. Dongs not working right, Virginia.
Because they overused them.
Just using it left and right. I told you about that one story about my buddy, and him and his girlfriend had different schedules, and he was, doing
Having
it.
a tug fest.
Yeah, and then
Double tug, huh?
she'd get off, and when she would get off work, I should say, and then when she'd get home, she'd want to, do some hibbity dibbity. He was tapped out. He couldn't do it.
Wow.
Doing too much porn.
Dang. Yeah, that'll happen. By the way, I think Dong is a very popular last name in China. That's why they're thinking about it. So here's what's going on now. People are still watching porn in China. They are trying to get away the government censors, but that's why they're doing this. They say the government in China pays censors called porn appraisers to check sites for illegal content, and the device is supposed to be a tool to help them decide if something counts as porn or not. And they said they could also use it in other ways. Some are obvious ethical issues, but another way to kind of keep their population down and controlled.
I feel like Kevin hasn't watched porn in 12 years at least, right? You don't strike me as
not my thing.
You're a Rolodex guy.
He's got too much going on over there at his house. Anybody could walk in.
Yeah, right.
There's like a mother-in-law.
I don't need that.
There's
The only way you can
kids.
watch porn if it was in his car, and now we're getting to creepy area.
That's-
It's
yeah.
creepy. That's
Your wife keeps a pretty close eye on you.
Yeah.
Kevin's got no way.
Nah.
I don't even think the guy could toss.
He's got no porn window.
Yeah, I don't think
Nah.
you could even. I don't even think you could do your own.
Can't
it's
do
tough.
it. Yeah,
Wow, man.
can't do it.
My man's on lockdown.
Yeah, it's tough, man. Well, if you're a smoker, not good news. They say the U.S. is drastically going to reduce the nicotine content in cigarettes to non-addictive levels. It's not imminent yet, and the change won't be officially proposed until next year, and it could take more years to go into effect, but it looks like the U.S. is moving in that level. And if you like the Juuls, that are out as kind of a replacement. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration is reportedly preparing an order to remove Juul Labs vaping products from the market.
Wow.
How about that?
Dennys?
Won't even be able to get them.
So Juul, I'm dumb. Is that pot and tobacco, or is it
I'm dumb too. I'm the worst. I'm the dumbest pot person on the planet.
Denny's?
Juul, I think, is
It's the
tobacco, right?
Juul. Yeah, tobacco's what that is.
Yeah, that's like the e-cigs. So remember I had that giant e-cig that I blew giant clouds with? It's the technology has shrunk to so small now. You can't even tell it.
Small contraptions, but big ass clouds.
So even the clouds have gotten smaller. It used to be a thing with the big clouds. Nobody does them anymore. It's a dying art.
Okay.
Speaking of porn, there was a whole porn world about clouds, blowing clouds. The vape, they blow out the smoke, and then people would be doing things in the video, and it's a whole genre, Kevin.
What is it?
Vape porn?
Yeah, it's like vape.
It's weird. Cigarette porn
It's
too.
there's
genre.
cigarette porn.
Cigarette porn.
How
Kevin,
weird
so
is
gross.
that?
Kevin,
Oh my gosh.
it's so gross.
It's so gross.
So not my cup of soda, but it's out there, Kevin.
It is. It's weird.
It's a
They got it all,
strong
huh?
genre.
Not in China.
Well, the numbers line up.
yeah.
Yeah, you can't argue the numbers, Virginia. Me and Denny's don't like it, but
They're gross, but yeah, I guess you can't.
there's a lot of gross out there.
Yeah. Well, I picked up another piece of knowledge here on this show.
They did not
Yeah.
want.
Kevin's like, ew, get it off of me.
Well, this sounds like a tough situation here. Got this email that says, my boyfriend's brother has nude photos of me.
Now, how the hell did this happen?
I'll explain, Virginia. The email says here, I grew up with my boyfriend. We were friends throughout high school, but never dated. It wasn't until we got back from college that we finally hooked up. We've been pretty serious for just over a year now. Well, his brother just got out of the military and is now moving back to town. What my boyfriend doesn't know is that I used to hook up with his older brother back in high school.
Oh,
We never dated, and really no one, except for my best friend at the time, even knows that we were ever together. What makes me nervous is that I used to send a lot of nude photos to his brother, and he may still have those photos. I believe what is in the past is in the past, but would you be rocked if your brother came to you with nude photos of your girlfriend? I don't want to ruin my relationship because I love my boyfriend to death. I've thought about trying to talk to his brother about it, but I don't want to make a mess of this if I don't need to do anything at all. What would you do?
I would ignore it until it becomes a problem, and then you have to deal with it if it becomes a problem at all. I mean, would this one brother want to hurt his other brother by bringing these pictures up?
Well, the thing is nobody's done anything wrong.
Exactly.
Nothing's been done wrong, and the only thing that could be done wrong now is for the older brother that hooked up with her first is to release the pictures, and then he's the slime ball.
Exactly.
You've done nothing wrong. No one's done anything wrong yet. In fact, you're making this bigger than what it needs to be.
You should not bring this up, and hopefully nobody else will bring it up, and then everybody just be cool.
She didn't date the brother either. It sounds like they hooked up.
They were just hookup
They did.
buddies.
But the only thing I could think, would it be natural for your reaction to be like, okay, so you used to send my brother's nudes and you didn't think that you need to tell me about that? This is how I had to find out he showed me?
It was high school.
Well,
Sure, but I'm just wondering, does he have a reason to be a little bit upset, be like going, I wish you would have just told me, like a little heads up would have been nice, or somebody like, this isn't the way I wanted to find out.
So if it was me and this is my situation, I would be honest with how it's going down. If I'm gonna release, that's how I would handle it. Go, look, back in the day, I hooked up with your sister, and it was a long time ago.
And she was great.
And do you guys share the same type of assets? No, dude, you did nothing wrong. And if you did nothing wrong, why should you not be honest? You didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, and that's, I guess, where you look at this, because sometimes it is good. Hey, I didn't do anything wrong. I just want to let you know this is a long time ago.
Yeah.
But I don't want you to be blindsided by this. This did happen a long time ago. I've not cheated on you or anything like that. It's all good. But if he does come to you, you'd be going, okay, so you used to send my brother nude photos all the time, and you didn't think that might be something I'd want to know?
In my olden age, I would say, you know what? I would be upset that I didn't know, but deep down, I would know why my brother or the girlfriend wouldn't want to tell me because they're protecting me.
Right, they don't want to make drama.
Yeah, if they hooked up and it was just carnal and everyone's gone on their way, I get why you wouldn't want to tell me, and I also understand why you would tell me. So I would be understanding on either way. Only way this can be bad is if the brother who she hooked up with first is a slime ball and is showing pictures and being a jerk about it.
Oh, that'd be terrible.
Yeah. And she may not really know what kind of guy he is now. I mean, he's apparently had a little stint in the military, and so that can change a person. So what is he going to be like when he comes back?
Military men can lay it down, dog. They can lay it down.
And we salute you.
So if you were this girl, what are you going to do? Are you going to tell your boyfriend that it's possible your brother has nude photos of me, or are you just not saying a word and hoping for the best?
I wouldn't even bring up nude photos. If you have to talk about your past, I go, look, me and your brother used to hook up back in the day. I have no feelings for him, but I want you to be, you know.
So you just leave it at a hookup.
Yeah,
you don't throw out the photos.
Don't talk about the pictures.
You don't owe everybody. You don't owe anybody every little detail of your past. You know what I mean?
I almost feel like you might want to say something, because the only thing, imagine if you're all just kind of chilling out and you're drinking.
Yeah, I hear you.
And people are doing some shots and you're like going, okay, you know, people get loose-lipped and they say things they would never say, and weird things might come out, and I don't know. It would kind of make me nervous, I think, every time I'd be around them and there might be alcohol flowing.
Personally, I would try to bring it all out in the open. Because I'm with you, Kevin. I don't want no secrets. And I also can go to bed knowing I did nothing wrong. So I can be honest about it.
But you could totally downplay it, too, and say, look, with things as they are, because your brother is moving back to town, I just wanted to tell you, like, way back in the day, we hooked up a couple of times. It was nothing serious. We never dated. But your brother's moving back home, and I just thought it would be cool of me to tell you that.
I mean, I have a brother, and I understand why that would be an awkward conversation of why you wouldn't want to bring it up with me. I mean, I get it. I get both sides of it.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Some people are thinking that he already knows. Brothers talk.
That's not true. It's so not true.
Yeah,
brothers do talk, but that doesn't mean he knows.
Yeah, they say the brothers must not be close because he should already know.
That's not always true.
And sometimes brothers aren't close.
And then sometimes brothers aren't close. Or sometimes there's a mid kind of a thing. You're close, but you guys are
not
very
this close,
surface. Hey, let's have some fun, but you guys don't get deep. I've seen that happen.
Mm-hmm. Somebody said, if I found out she hooked up with my brother, I'd always think it would happen again.
I think that's not true either.
Okay. Suits put up a KVJ TV poll. If you once hooked up with your boyfriend's brother and he has nudes, would you let your boyfriend know? Yes
How
or
hot
no?
is your brother, too? You got to really look at your brother and look at yourself and be able to do a honest assessment.
Look, I understand the awkwardness about this, and I get why you would have these kind of questions. But
Yeah.
I think this is repairable. But everyone's got to be #be cool.
Yeah, you got to play here where you let your boyfriend know that, hey, back in high school, I used to hook up with your brother a long time ago.
It was good.
Not happening. He was amazing. He's much bigger than you.
Some of the best sex I've ever had.
Yeah. Or do you just say nothing at all? Okay, it stands like this. If you had a situation where back in high school you hooked up with the dude and then years later you're dating his brother and you used to send nude photos to that brother, would you say anything? 73% of people in the KVJ TV chat room are saying yes, they would. They would say something.
Sounds about right. About 25%.
And a lot of people like your approach where you don't necessarily say, hey, by the way, your brother probably has nude photos of me. You just go with, hey, I don't know if you're aware, but back in high school, I hooked up with your brother a couple times. Just want you to know in case it comes up.
Furthermore,
because he's moving back to town.
Yeah.
And furthermore, his favorite sex position was roof style.
Yeah.
And he was real good at it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we all know he was.
So that's the thoughts and where we are with it. There are some celebrities I think it'd be awesome to have a drink with. Just sit, chill, relax, good conversation. There are other celebrities I think it'd be miserable and I have no interest in doing it. So we're going to throw two at you here. You got to tell me, who would you rather have a drink with out of these two options? John Mayer or John Legend?
Mayor.
Yeah, Mayor for me, too. He is just He is fascinating.
He might like me and him talking. I'm going to ask him weird music questions that I don't think your average person is going to ask him. He might like to talk about.
Okay.
I think that would be better. Yeah, I'm more interested in that.
Okay. I can see why you would go John Mayer. I'm going to be the only person to go for John Legend, and the only reason he's from Cleveland, Ohio. He's a huge Buckeye fan.
Oh.
So we would have drinks and talk Buckeyes.
Okay.
And Kevin's also a huge Chrissy Teigen fan, so I get it.
Oh, yes.
I get it.
Yes, you're right. Thank you. That's a good point.
He's a Teague head.
It's going to be weird. All I'm going to do is talk about how much I love his wife. But that'll be odd. Okay, what about Adam Levine or Adam Sandler?
Not even close.
No, it's not.
Well,
Bye, Levine.
Oh,
I already hung out with Adam Levine, so I can tell you that wasn't that fun.
Yeah.
You hung out with Levine?
Yeah. Down in Miami, there was this private concert that the radio station that we used to work for set up a long time ago. Magnolia was almost 3. So that tells you how long ago it was. And we went down there, and the band played this little private show. And then afterwards, everybody was kind of like hanging out. We were taking pictures, and they could not have been more douchey.
Really?
Yeah. I told you, I was holding Mags. I was nervous. We were going to go take a picture with the whole band. And I was like, oh, where do you want us to stand? Do you want us to come over here or over there or what? He's like, first time taking a picture.
Oh.
Wow. I was like, oh, sorry.
Jeez.
You ain't going to get that from the Sandman.
No.
Sandman's going to be all kinds of cool.
Yeah, there'd be not even a question. Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon? Who would you rather have a drink with?
It'd be tough with Fallon. Kevin. I think I'm gonna go Kimmel.
Me too, definitely Kimmel.
I think I'd go Kimmel, but I did get respect for Jimmy Fallon. He was on the Jumbotron at a baseball game, and they put the camera on him, and a lot of times you'll chug a beer or do something like that. He chugged his beer and poured it all over him. I'm like, that was surprising for Jimmy Fallon. That he would go all out like that.
Is it surprising?
I don't think that is surprising. That's
so odd.
He's very hammy. Look at me.
Okay. That fits into that.
That he does.
I guess I was even surprised he's drinking a beer, to be honest with you.
Oh no, I think he's a raging alcoholic behind the scenes.
Oh, okay.
I think they all are though, Kev.
Okay.
They all have versions of hiding it up. Kind of like what we do.
Takes one to know one.
But we trick on the air. We don't hide it. We ain't hiding no.
Yeah.
We ain't hiding.
I'd go Kimmel too. I agree with you on that. All right, Mr. Rogers or Mr. T? Who would you rather have a drink with?
This is tough.
Okay. Not for me. I'm going Mr. T.
I think I'm going Mr. T too. I think it's going to be more fun. I think you have more like, whoa, impact with Mr. T.
I think Mr. T is straight edge though. I don't know if you can get turnt with Mr. T. And do you want to get turnt with Mr. Rogers?
Mr. Rogers looks pretty straight edge.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. I'm going T.
T.
I pity the fool, don't bring me another drink.
That might be your best impersonation. That's really good.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm going Mr. T.
Okay. Demi Moore or Demi Lovato?
4 years ago, Demi Lovato.
Okay.
Now, give me more.
Okay, give me more.
Demi Lovato is very annoying.
Yeah.
And I was a Lovato head.
Yeah, I
you
know.
did. You loved Demi Lovato.
You were cool for the summer.
I was. I still rock that song. I do. But I rock it a little bit different now, Virginia.
Okay. Carson Daly or Carson Kressley? Who would you rather have a drink with?
Oh, definitely Carson Kressley. I fell in love with him on Big Brother Celebrity Edition. So adorable.
Yeah. I kind of agree with you. I think I'd go there too.
I'm going Daly. You guys trash Carson Daly all the time. I think he's not as boring as you guys say he is.
Well, yeah, Virginia talks about she had a good little time with him, so yeah.
I did. I mean, that was 15 years ago in South Beach, and he was young, and we were young, and everybody was looking to party.
We should change this. You know what? I'm going to drink every time Virginia drops a name of somebody she's hung out with.
It's good.
Well, I just happened to have hung out with Carson Daly. I don't know what to tell you.
She's always hobnobbing with celebrities. That's all she does. That's all she does.
Name dropper.
Yeah, kind of important.
Yeah, every weekend with the celebrities, you know. That's why she does the dirt.
I think I got a drink.
Yeah. Paul McCartney or Paul Stanley? Beatles or Kiss? Who are you having a drink with?
McCartney, right?
This is tough. Because I love Paul McCartney more as a musician.
Yeah.
I think Stanley might give you a little bit more of a better time hanging out.
You think so?
I don't know. It's very tough.
But Paul McCartney's harder to get to. I feel like it's a more exclusive thing. If you get McCartney, wow.
If McCartney opens up like he did on Stern and he answers all of your questions and you're right.
I think that's what you're good. Yeah, and I'd like to just get his outlook on life.
Well, hell, we had a chance to talk to Paul Stanley, and Kevin made him wait for 30 minutes, and then Paul Stanley yelled at Dennys, which is my favorite radio story.
I'm Paul Stanley.
I gotta wait again, really?
Hey, you already made Paul Stanley wait.
You made it, no, what was funny was Dennys had to go back on the phone 3 different times and go, yeah, they're still doing stuff. They're going to get to you. And by the 3rd time, he goes, are you kidding me? I'm Paul Stanley. And then he hung up.
You kidding me? I'm Paul Stanley.
You tell Kelvin Ralston, I'm Paul Stanley.
That is hilarious. Denny said he was so nervous going back. I got to talk to him again.
Geez.
Paul, we're going to get to you, man. I promise.
So sorry.
How about this? Iced tea or Ice Cube? Who would you rather have a drink with?
Iced tea.
Me too.
Yep.
Yeah, I think iced tea.
Yeah, he's actually kind of an entertaining dude. In fact, I even saw for Father's Day he dropped something nice. He's like, anybody else find it ironic that you take everybody out for dinner for Father's Day and you pay?
Ice-T seems like he would enjoy the time more than Ice Cube. Ice Cube, I feel, would be annoyed, and I could see that.
Yeah.
Ice-T, I think we'd have a good time together.
Mm-hmm. All right, and what about Vince Neil or Vince Vaughn? Who would you rather have a drink with?
Vince Neil would be
terrible.
Terrible to
We've
hang
hung out with him. He's been here in the studio before with us.
He was kind of a douche, honestly.
You have to drink because I just dropped a name.
You're right.
And he was kind of a douche and had very obvious chiclet teeth.
Well, he was double douche. He was a douche kind of in the interview. He was opening up Dr. Feelgood's. I really had no idea if it was going to be a bar, a restaurant. Who knows? I said, hey, man, you got to be doing chicken fingers? Chicken fingers? I don't know. What? Chicken fingers?
He didn't like your act.
No, he did not like my act.
Yeah.
And I get it.
He was not feeling that.
You chicken finger douche.
Yeah, not going for it.
I am.
Okay, what about this, Virginia? Harry Connick or Harry Styles?
Oh, Kevin. How dare you? Oh, my gosh. I always have loved Harry Connick.
New Orleans boy.
New Orleans connection. He's so good looking. He's so sweet to his wife. But Harry Styles is the hot new boo thang.
Yeah.
Can you answer Kevin's question?
No, I'm thinking about it. Don't rush me, you chicken finger douche.
I got one for you. Kevin Jonas or Kevin Ralston?
Kevin Ralston.
Definitely Kevin Ralston.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Definitely Ralston.
Kevin Jonas. I'll pass.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at this.
We have tied Kevin down. We've taken over the radio station.
Surprise, surprise. This doesn't happen very often, so Kevin had to bust out of here to do something with his kid, and he left us alone.
We're taking it all over, and here's what I want to do. I want to open up the phones, and let's just talk about whatever you want. Freeform this thing.
I love it.
You got to complain. The man bringing you down. Let's talk about that, Dennys.
We also like to do bits we submitted to Kevin that Kevin did not approve of that we should just go with. I have one of those.
Oh, what do you got? This is a bit you submitted to Kevin, and he said, nope, it's not good.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, you know, when you come in here and you look on the prep and you don't see your idea, then you're like,
It didn't cut the mustard.
did not cut the mustard.
All right, what do you got? So that's the 9 o'clock hour in the summertime.
It's a pretty scandalous rumor on TikTok that I wanted to explore and talk about. But I think Kevin might have thought it was just a little bit too
racy,
scandalous, racy.
All right. Should we be talking about that? I have no idea what you're about to bring up.
I mean,
you're kind of defying Kevin. You're being defiant.
I know. I love it.
He just got in the car and he's just turning on the show right now. And he's going, what is going on?
You just realized I'm a bad girl?
Is that you trying to sound sexy?
You just realized I'm a bad girl.
No, Gollum, I've known. What do you got?
So a lot of people on TikTok are saying, okay, you remember how the other day Nick Cannon talking about all his kids right before Father's Day. I've got so many kids, a bunch of kids, 2 more on the way. There's some people on TikTok that are saying that Nick Cannon's reasons for having kids might not be like just that he loves kids. They're saying, and I don't know if this is true, I don't have any knowledge of Nick Cannon or his life whatsoever, so don't sue me, Nick Cannon. But
Allegedly. Hearsay. That's what gets you out of it.
What people on TikTok are saying, and they don't have any knowledge either, they're saying because Nick Cannon has lupus and it's a debilitating disease on your organs, that he's actually planning ahead and trying to have kids so that he has future kidney donors that are more likely going to be a match. And that's his plan to help elongate his life.
So I guess my first question would be, where do you want me and Dennys to go with this now? I mean, it's kind of like you're doing a dirt story.
I love a diabolical TikTok rumor that may have no truth to it whatsoever, but it's just interesting. Like,
I feel like we just kind of got blindsided by a dirt story.
Yeah,
and I feel like
did.
I feel like it took 11 minutes to get to Nick Cannon has died. Dennys, what's on your mind?
Yeah, I don't know if that. I mean, I could see that being a great strategy.
right?
This is the part where Dennys tries to make the bit work.
I could see that being a good strategy.
Oh, what you got over there?
What do I got? I got a lot of nothing. I didn't know Kevin was leaving today. No, I got some stuff. Have you guys seen the latest Dow trends? They're up. No, I'm kidding.
If anything,
Are you really going to try to talk stock market?
No, I'm not really. But what I really do want to talk about, and it's getting a lot of traction on our social media. Dennys is talking earlier about how he has a neighbor that is throwing not only trash in the lake, but he is throwing trash bags in the
taking
lake.
entire trash bags.
Tell the story, because you told it so beautifully earlier.
Yes, well, so I've been walking my dog lately, and I've been noticing trash collecting in the corner of the lake in our community in the center, and I thought maybe it was the current bringing it in because we had those rains for a while. But then yesterday while I was walking my dog, I saw in the distance an elderly man walk out of his apartment with a trash bag full of trash in tow to the lake, and then I watched him launch it into the lake and walk right back to his apartment. And then I looked in the lake, there's about 25 bags of trash.
Well, the reason why
All in that same area.
In that same spot, all the same trash bags.
The reason why I'm bringing it up now is because people are tagging the sheriff's department to their social media. And if there are sheriffs driving around that listen to this program, what I want y'all to get honest. When someone tags you on social media, do you guys really take that seriously, or is it just kind of like, oh, it's not a 911 dispatch call? Do they investigate that? Because I've seen quite a few people tagging them.
I'm sure.
Do they have an internet social media
They have to.
investigator?
There's tons of leads and information that comes from internet now.
We are going over there today, and you want to put a camera out there. The problem with the camera thing is you put a camera there, and then it's hours and hours and hours of footage you have to go through. Me and Dennys are going to do it old school style. We're camping out, and we're going to wait for this SOB to come out.
Okay, you're going to get in the bushes.
Well,
I like it.
yeah.
We've scrapped everything else on our plans today. This is the main thing. Our goal is to get footage of this guy throwing it in the water.
Yeah.
They're saying we need footage of him doing it, the smoking gun, so to speak.
Yep.
Dennys saw with his own eyes, and I believe Dennys. I don't need video. This guy is a dirtbag.
And KVJ Nation wants to go out there. I mean, I'm seeing everybody in the chat room. Give me a hell yeah chat room. They are saying they want to go out there, clean it,
and dump it all on this guy's porch.
and I love that, but we can't do it. We're gonna get in trouble. If you take the trash and then put it on that guy's property, we are now going to be charged with something.
Why?
Well, because that's how the law works, Virginia. You can't go on someone's property and dump why is dumping the trash on his lawn now? It's
his trash.
I'm telling you,
He put it there.
It's not the right move.
We're trying to follow the protocols.
Would we get in trouble,
Yes.
really?
Yes.
I'm willing to risk it because he deserves to have all of that trash on his front doorstep. When he opens his door, he deserves to have all of it.
Like, of course, as a bit, it's going to be a great idea. I get that. But management and the owners of the company would go, you guys did not de-escalate the situation. You went to his house. I'm just telling you, how is the drunk, goofy guy telling you radio rules? You've like gotten 10 years on me.
You've gotten soft.
We would just want the charges to stick.
Thank you, Dennys. She's out of her mind.
If we provide
What
the
happens
evidence,
is
then we're
that
cool.
She'll get 3 people that, you're right, Virginia, burn his house down. And the witch takes that as, yes, it's gospel. We got to be smart.
Look, you got to fight fire with fire. This man is a renegade. He's a rebel. He's a jerk. And he deserves to have all of his trash put back on his porch.
This ain't checkers, this is chess. You got to play the game right.
What?
This ain't checkers, this is chess, Virginia.
Okay, well, can you at least enunciate?
This ain't Candyland, it's Monopoly. No. Me and Denny have had a private conversation.
All right.
We are doing this without you.
Funny enough, we were talking about our plan earlier, and right when I opened the door, Virginia walked in as we were talking about how we got to do this without Virginia. Well, because it's gonna get extreme. We want these charges to stick. We want this guy to go down for the crime.
We want the guy to stop littering and then to shame it in the right way.
Mm-hmm.
If now we're taking out the trash, we're dumping it on his lawn, and again, you're gonna get 10% of our audience that agrees with Virginia.
We're going to bring the trash back to the trash and show the trash what happens in a vigilante system.
No, I'm going to confront him, and it's all going to be on video, and we're not going to do a crime on video. She wants to film us trashing his house.
I love how you think you can keep me away from this. I know where Denny's lives.
This ain't 2005. If this is 2005 Virginia, yeah, you'd be out there. This 2022 Virginia.
2005 Virginia would be in his tree, waiting for him to come by and then jump on him like a sugar glider.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I've canceled everything today.
All right.
This is my only purpose is to bring.
He's canceled all his tug sessions.
No, I would never cancel those.
They just got rescheduled.
No, I'm a multitasker when it counts, Dennys.
Are you going to go out there and tug by the lake?
Yeah, Virginia, I'm going to go out there and tug by the lake, and then we're going to take all the trash and then throw it in his living room, because all of those are great ideas.
Oh, I'm coming out there. Can't stop this.
All
right, we're going to commercial. More of this for you guys coming up.
It's the KVJ Show, and Kevin had to go do a little family thing, so he left us alone in here, unguarded, and I think our boss is out of town.
There's a lot happening.
Kevin's gone. The boss is gone. This is awesome.
11A. We're going to 11A today, everybody. We're taking an extra hour to do this thing. We're locking the studio door, too. Good luck getting in.
We finally get to do that bit I've been wanting to do called the pantsless lap. We do rock, paper, scissors. Whoever loses has to do a pantsless lap around the sales area.
There you
Who's
go.
in?
Yeah, no, I think it's good. It's almost as good as taking trash and putting on the neighbor's doorstep, which we got a lot of feedback from them. Denny's told a terrible tale of his neighbor throwing trash bags in his lake, and Virginia wants to go about it one way. I want to go about it another way, and the people are weighing in.
Well, I think we found a compromise because somebody said take all the trash in the lake, put it on his porch, and set it on fire.
I love it. Now who said that comment?
Psychotic Pete.
Yeah,
Psychotic Pete from Port St. Lucie.
It's my kind of guy.
Random person who just texted in.
Yes, Pete. Yes.
We also have Dorinda. I agree with V. Bird, stop being such a wimp. Also, your music sucks. Well, that doesn't. What does one have to do with the other? Then we've got this.
Damn.
We've got this one from Rhonda. Virginia has lost her mind. She needs to stop with everything. I mean, just everything. Virginia, just stop.
Oh.
Never.
Never.
Well, the crazy will continue.
It goes strong.
It doesn't end, y'all.
Well, Denny's, we have a full day of
investigation. I feel like we'll park your car. We'll get some food. We'll sit. It'll be like an old stakeout.
Ooh, let's plan this whole stakeout very, very carefully. We'll get some really good snacks, some good food.
I like it.
Did you get any more comments over there? What are people saying on the text thread?
I mean, some good advice, some bad advice. I mean, it's a hodgepodge. I'm looking at the text here. I mean, a lot of people say, police have a department that'll handle this. They say if you want to go more vigilante, yeah. A lot of suggestions for throwing the trash on his porch, but I don't know if that's a good idea.
Here's the problem we got with the police thing. I'm getting a lot of comments going, same situation Denny's is talking about. Got the police involved, did nothing. Deaf ears.
I think it would have to be the association, right? They would pay somebody to come clean that out and then discipline that person. And then if that person keeps doing it, then clearly we have to throw their trash on the porch.
I kind of disagree. You're vandalizing the lake. You shouldn't. No, the police, without a doubt, could get involved on this. They really could.
And sometimes you got to fight fire with fire and teach somebody a lesson. You don't just, I'm giving you a warning for what you've done. We're going to clean it up. We're going to take all of our time and effort to clean it up. And then we're just going to give you a little piece of paper. And boy, we hope you've learned your lesson. Where's the punishment in that?
Okay, Suits, can we do one of those Kevin polls? Let's really let's test the audience. Do you want to do what me and Denny's want to do? We want to kind of stake it out, hide out, film him doing it, getting the proof, and then we have the smoking gun. Or do you really think we should take all that trash out, bring it to this guy's property, and then dump it by his door?
And then light it on fire. I know it's going to be hard because it's going to be wet, but I will bring lighter fluid.
Suits, I know that's a lot to write, but if you could, please put that up as our post.
Get right on it, Suits.
Suits, let's do this thing.
All right, so votes will start coming in. I saw the poll went up.
I mean, we're getting a lot of comments. Virginia, are you on drugs this week? And then they really went deep to go just this week.
I am not, but if you've got some, I'm always looking.
Not again.
All right, your husband's in the chat room. He's got some pretty good advice. Kind of piggybacking on yours. Knock on his door, and when he opens it up, punch him right in the face.
There you go.
He's and Nikki's are hard.
That's my panda. This guy is awful.
He is awful.
He deserves to be punished.
Baby. I didn't mean to call you baby. I hate when that happens. I don't like
yes,
that.
baby.
No, I don't like calling you baby. Virginia, we're going to get it done. We're going to get it done the right way. He's going to get shamed.
What time are we meeting at Denny's?
We're going to meet tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m.
You're lying. You're going today, right after the show. You'll be there at 1:30. Okay, see you there.
I will not be there at 1:30.
I'll bring snacks.
We're going to be there tomorrow night, Friday evening during happy hour.
We've already got plans during happy hour.
Damn it, that's right.
You and me are doing happy hour together tomorrow. Cucina Cabana, remember?
I did not.
See, this is why you need a calendar, kids.
Oh, we're doing our date thing.
Yes, you're going on the date that this lovely girl purchased you like a piece of meat. A couple of years ago when we raised all that money for the Bahamas, she donated like $1,000 to have a date with you, so you better deliver. I mean, you need to show up looking sexy. I want you to wear something hot.
I gotta wear something real.
You gotta dress nice, Bird.
I gotta wear something real tight. Show off these love handles.
You better bring her some flowers. Oh yeah.
Oh come on now, it can't be weird like that. It's not one of those things where it's a real date, right?
No, because we're all going together.
Yeah, Denny's, you're going.
Oh yeah,
you're going tomorrow.
I wouldn't miss it.
You just got roped into it.
Well, I just know the Raging Cajun. Get a couple of drinks in here. Oh, look at this! How Burns got his love mate. Wow, it's gonna be so uncomfortable.
Oh, I can't wait till the end of happy hour.
I can't wait for the end of it.
It's gonna be so funny.
I'm just gonna be sitting there chanting, "Kiss, kiss, kiss."
I
kiss,
know it.
Kiss.
You gotta be cool, dog. You gots to be cool.
You know that's not
I'll
gonna
try to
happen.
be cool, but you know when I get a few wines in me, it's hard.
It's gonna be a long weekend, Denny's.
All right. Well, so the results of the poll are in so far.
Okay.
What do you think? They err on the side of responsible or irresponsible? If you had to guess?
Irresponsible.
They are maniacs in the chat room, and they probably want to see us do maniac-like material.
Yeah, because that's what it needs. This is a situation that calls for maniac.
What are the results, Denny's?
I think they're being responsible this round. 65% says we should stake out and get the proof first.
Yeah.
Followed up by 35% saying the opposite.
I think Virginia at one point said, shoot the guy with a paintball.
I heard that earlier.
Yeah, ghillie suit and a paintball gun. I could get him from across the lake. Just saying.
I don't disagree with that.
Denny's, my most important question is the show almost over?
The show is almost over.
Please.
In fact, we should end this with a little bit of positivity. with Jaybird's thought of the day, ending every show.
That's great.
Better make it
With a
good.
little positive thought for us.
Don't wait for someone else to give you advice. Tell yourself what you most need to hear right now.
Ghillie suit paintball gun.
I don't know if that's what we most need to hear.
And that is Virginia needs to be committed.
The KVJ Show. Stay tuned. We got the After the Show podcast coming up.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.